A Hall of Famer Mike Bissell here for yet again another trip to Camdenton.
This should be fun. This is a swing game to me. At 3-1, both the clubs, and 4-1 sounds so much better than 3-2, and some big games coming up in the conference later on as well. So the game that the team that gets this game here tonight is going to feel pretty good about themselves, I think.
Huge difference between those two records you mentioned. So tonight on our COMC pregame show, I get an opportunity to talk with both head coaches, and we're going to talk about this Camdenton offense, Mike. They are really dangerous, not only with a special quarterback, but weapons that he loves to share the football with. Plus, we're going to look at this Ozark Conference. You look at some of the teams that these guys have already seen or are going to see. You have some of the best teams in the state of Missouri right here in this conference.
Oh, no doubt. Lebanon must be scary good the way they're playing and what they did to Kickapoo last week, too. So that's going to be something you can keep an eye on in the conference. And you don't have any non-conference games, so it's so important because you're so focused on nothing but conference games for the 9 games of the regular season.
We're going to have it all for you tonight right here from Camdenton. This is your COMC pregame show. When we get back, we're going to talk with Joel Wyatt, the head coach for the West Plains Zizzers.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With over 30 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go further, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Got props? We do at Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
A message for everyone using the roads. That's you drivers and riders, evening runners and those running errands, lake dippers and road trippers, fun havers and adventure seekers. Help make the roads safer by doing 4 simple steps. Buckle up, phone down, slow down, and drive sober. That's it. 4 simple steps that have been proven to prevent traffic deaths. That means more rides, runs, laughter, life. After all, simple actions save lives.
All right, back here in Camdenton, Missouri for your Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. Mike, first we got to talk about the visiting team, West Plains. They come in at 3-1, and one thing I noticed about their second-year head coach, Joel Wyatt, he has won a ton of games as a head football coach.
Everywhere he's been, he's kind of worked his way up the ladder. Did you say he was from Willow Springs originally?
Played at Willow Springs and then was an offensive coordinator there for a long time, won some district championships, made some deep state runs when he was there, and then he went down to some smaller schools in the Boot Hill. Malden, he was there for 7 years, had some really big seasons, and then his 4 years at Kennett, Mike, he won 4 district championships and 3 conference championships in those 4 years. He's had some incredible runs, and really his win percentage, even if you count the 1 year he went back to Willow Springs in 2021 where he went 2-8, he's got a 77% winning percentage in his career, and that's very nearly unheard of.
Yeah, especially in high school where you're not recruiting. Well, some do, but you're not recruiting and you're not drafting, yet you play with who you got. So sometimes you're going to have some down cycles in high school ball. That's 77%. That is awfully impressive.
Yeah, they never lost a conference game in his 4 years at Kennett, which I just find unfathomable. And so major success. And then, of course, last year, his first year at West Plains, Mike, you look at the team, they're 5-0. They lose 3 games in a row before losing or winning their season finale. Make a deep run, made it all the way to the state semifinals before they lost to a team, St. Dominic, and you said they're from St. Charles.
They're West County, somewhere out in there, but yeah, the private school up there. That's incredibly impressive, and some coaches just have that aura about them that kids buy into, and you can get kids to come out for football. Apparently, he's one of these guys that can do that.
Yeah, and last year, that team that made that deep run, now they lost a lot from that team. They only brought back 7 starters on defense, 6 on offense, and so they graduated a ton of key parts. They got a new quarterback, they got a new running back, some new receivers, and but he's got this team playing well, and I had the opportunity to talk with Coach Joel Wyatt just a little bit ago. Zizzer head coach Joel Wyatt here in Camdenton. Coach, you guys come in 3-1. It'll be your second time playing the Lakers. What do you think going into tonight's game?
Well, we got our hands full, that's for sure. Explosive offense, very athletic quarterback, tall, rangy receivers, aggressive defense to get after you. A lot of blitz packages coming to get you. So, and then this atmosphere here. You know, I've been over here for a couple jamborees, but never as a game. So, you know, I heard that it's definitely a great setting and atmosphere. So, you know, we got a tall task in front of us.
Coach, you guys had crazy success in your first year at West Plains, all the way to the state semifinals, and you lost a lot of that team. So 4 weeks into this season, who are some of your newcomers that you've really been impressed with?
Well, Briggs Houston, he's not really a newcomer, but he kind of took a back seat last year in a sense to Heston Miller and Watson Hafer. But, you know, he's the Northern Iowa commit, so he's had a great start for us at receiver, and I'm also playing some DB or outside linebacker for us on defense. So he's the one everybody expected would have a good year, but kind of the unsung guy that's getting some ink is Rylan Kinslow, receiver and corner for us. He's had a great year. And then our quarterback, Isaiah Jones, he's a first-year starter. But you wouldn't know by the way he plays. He's very poised, cool, calm guy. And we've been really happy with his play. And then on defense, our leading tackler from last year, Alex Judd, man in the middle, he's had a great start for us.
Coach, so you're 3-1 here, and you're right in the thick of things for the Ozark Conference. What have you noticed now about a year and a half into this conference?
Well, it's very multiple. You know, you got Camdenton and Glendale that throw it all over the place. Then you got Lebanon and Rolla that are going to flex bone you and option football you and just pound you. So, you know, it's a very multiple conference. A lot of traveling that I'm a little bit unaccustomed to down there in West Plains. You know, every away game is a haul for us. But a lot of new coaches this year. So, you know, it's been an adjustment, but a good adjustment in a sense. Got some good assistants that have really helped me, that have returned, and you know, it's been a good transition.
Coach Wyatt, if there's one thing your team has to do against the Camdenton Lakers to get a win tonight, what would that thing be?
Well, we always preach don't give up the big play, and against a team like this, that's easier said than done because they've got some weapons. You know, we want to be ball control. We want to chew up some clock and keep their offense on the sideline. So, you know, we can't come out here on offense and go 3 and out and give them the ball right back.
Thank you very much for your time, Coach, and good luck in tonight's game.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
That's West Plains head coach Joel Wyatt.
Polylift Boat Lifts is proud to present live high school football exclusively on Lake TV. At Polylift Boat Lifts, we don't just build a boat lift, we build a polylift.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Being a successful Laker athlete takes hard work, discipline, and teamwork, much like our work here at Polylift Boat Lifts. If you envision your team being the best, you will be the best. The effort you put into building your team and working together as one unit always pays off. And remember, Lakers, who's got it better than us? Congratulations to all the Laker athletes from all of us at Polylift Boat Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build Poly lifts.
And we're back here on Lake TV for your Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. A little under 20 minutes away from kickoff between the West Plains Scissors and the Camdenton Lakers. Mike, a game that has so many implications as far as we're at the halfway point, and you alluded to it earlier. 3-2 has a much different feel to it at the halfway point than 4-1, and both of these teams are really needing a win tonight.
Yeah, because you just don't have a lot of nights off in this conference, and somebody can reach up and bite you. And there's the top dogs too that you're going to have trouble against. So you're playing for seeding in the district and for home field advantage, or at least an opening round home game in district play. As we hit halftime tonight, we will be at the halfway point of the regular season. And I have to tell you one thing. I'm looking around here. I'm not seeing much in the way of clouds. And if you're a passing offense, there was a lot of rain in the forecast this afternoon. There was a big area of rain just off to the west of us, and it just went poof. So it's a good thing for the passing offense of the Camdenton Lakers. By the way, the Lakers overall, 521, 154, and 7 in their illustrious history. Conference record, 150-49. I have no idea what they were in a Tri-County conference. It was ridiculous, though, whatever it was. Playoff record, 46, 27, and 1. I was at the one. You know where that game was played?
St. Louis?
Arrowhead Stadium.
Arrowhead Stadium.
2020 tie with Marshall. The most bizarre ending to a game I've ever seen. Record against West Plains is 15-10. And Coach Pitts, as you've mentioned, and we'll mention again here in a moment, looking for a big win here tonight.
Yeah, you're not kidding. And as we round up the West Plains Scissors, Mike, a team that Camdenton has so much history with, playing against over the years, and a couple of kids I wanted to touch on because they turned over so much, and a lot of times that means you're going to struggle. That hasn't really been the case because this junior quarterback, Isaiah Jones, you heard Coach Wyatt allude to him in that interview. He's dual threat, and he kind of made the switch from being a corner and a running back to being the starting quarterback. And he has thrived so far this year. He's run a handful of touchdowns. He's got a strong arm. He can do it both, and he's got some weapons. This Briggs Houston, really, he's like a tight end. He's 6'5", but he lines up as wide receiver. He's already committed to play at Northern Iowa as a tight end. That's how big he is, and he's got some help with Rylan Kenslow, a senior wide receiver as well. So those two weapons there, they're going to be fun to watch tonight because Camdenton, we know they love to air it out, and they've got some weapons that we're about to talk about. But I was impressed when I looked into Coach Joel Wyatt because I didn't know anything about him except for how well West Plains had done last year under their first-year head coach. And I said, let's see where this guy's been. 77% winning percentage. A lot of guys, Mike, could coach 15 to 20 years at the high school level and never get to that 100th win. He did it before he even left the Boot Hill of Missouri.
He blew right through that. It's that's a fairly good-sized school. I'm not sure if they're class 4 or 5, but I'm sure they play some good competition. Probably play a lot of Arkansas schools because that's down there. That's the home of Cheryl Crow.
That's awesome that you know that. You know so much information I'm learning, and good nuggets, too, that I'm going to make sure I take notes and keep those, because those are good info. Kennett, that's where Cheryl Crow is from. All right, so we were talking about wins and getting that 100th win. Would you know it that a lot of Camdenton fans know that Par Pitts has been here at Camdenton as an assistant and coached some before. He didn't just coach some before, Mike. He had some crazy success as well.
Yeah, Odessa. They play with Oak Grove, and that's a tough conference there on the west side of the state just before you get into Kansas City on I-70. Troy Buchanan, actually. It's a consolidated school. Buchanan's a small town outside of Troy. That's a big school. That may be a Class 6 school as well, too. And Palmyra, Greyhounds, I think. Greyhounds, that sound right? I've had a lot of their games over the years, as it turns out, but Man, they're always good in basketball in particular, but they've had good football too.
Yeah, he came in with 96 career wins, which was impressive. And a lot of that success was early on at Palmyra, where he went to a state quarterfinal and he finished second in the state. They lost the state championship. I believe that was 99 at Palmyra that he lost in the state championship game. So he's had some good runs. And when he came to Camdenton with that record, already 3-1. And so tonight would be that 100th win for him. And you know, coaches, they don't think that's a big deal. They don't want to talk about it. But somewhere deep down, they have to think that's a big deal, right?
Yeah, I just had a thought pop in my mind that really doesn't fit in with the rest of this, but I'm going to say it anyway.
Say it, Mike.
Palmyra was the school that beat Versailles in the state quarterfinals Barry Laurie's senior year.
Wow.
That kept Versailles out of the Final Four.
Takes you way back. And that's football or basketball?
Basketball, Barry Laurie, yeah.
Basketball, who was a legend at Versailles, if you guys don't know, and his brother Bill Laurie as well. We're Versailles guys, so we have some good nuggets, especially him with some nuggets from Versailles. So interesting tie there with Palmyra. But so he had a lot of success, and here so far in his first year at his hometown, where he's been as a player, won 2 state championships. That tie you talked about, he was on that team.
Yeah.
And then he was the offensive coordinator, or he was a coordinator or assistant coach with Jeff Shore the last 9 years, and they've had a lot of success. So when you look at this team 3-1, you look at West Plains, 2 teams that newer head coaches, but man, have they had some success.
Yeah, that that team that he played on that had the 2020 tie with Marshall in the state championship game at Arrowhead. The next year, they came back and played Sumner in the championship. Sumner had one of those schools either moved up or moved down in classification. And here's Camdenton with everybody back. Jeff Shore, I mean, they were loaded, and they were number 2 in the state in the rankings. Here's Sumner. So they're thinking, I talked to Rod Brownell, who was an outstanding running back on that team, and I asked him once, he go, oh yeah, we had a serious chip on our shoulder that we were number 2 and defending state champs or co-champs in the state.
Man, you know, I love the fact that in those glory days with Camdenton that you were right there and you have those ties. When you say Rod Brownell, I think of his sons, who all 3 were just anchors on the line here for Camdenton. And he obviously is running back 2-time state champion and now has Peak Sport and Spine. Just great guy and still tied to the community. But those ties you have are significant because and it has the looks, this Camdenton Lakers team make a run. Well, you've been there with them before.
Yeah, it's so much fun because it seems like it goes on forever. You know, back then it was a week between. Oh, actually, it would start Wednesday, Monday, Saturday, or Friday or Saturday right after Thanksgiving. But Rod, I got your number right. You wore 19. I think I said 41 a couple of years ago when we worked some games together, but he was number 19. But man, those teams were loaded, and there were so many coaches that came out of that squad too. So, man, they were so good and played with a big chip on their shoulder when they played Sumner for that state championship.
For those of you at home who are like, man, that's a lot of history. Guys like Mike and I, we love this history. I know you Camdenton fans do as well. But, hey, maybe you're newer to the Camdenton program and you're looking at this year's team. A lot to be excited about, man. I'm telling you what, Cade Durnan, the senior quarterback, Mike, you look at the numbers he's putting up. I want to give him some love. He's my Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, spotlight player of the game because Camdenton has had some crazy good quarterbacks historically, especially the last 15, 20 years. And you look at what he's doing, the numbers on the year, averaging about 350 yards a game, up there in the state rankings, 20 total touchdowns, 15 through the air, 5 on the ground to just 3 turnovers, those 3 picks. Unbelievable what he's doing. And I'm telling you what, through 4 weeks, he has been a machine.
And I'm so glad the rain stayed away because what do? I mean, if it's like rain coming down at a 45-degree angle and the wind's blowing and the balls, they can't keep them dry, you have to like adapt somehow, but you're not set up to do that. But we've got a beautiful night here tonight, and hopefully we'll see another big night from Durnan as well.
And what I love about the senior signal caller is a lot of guys have 1 or 2 targets they love to find. And, of course, he does. But he's got 4 in particular I want to highlight. Another Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, spotlight players of the game, are the guys that he loves to spread the love to. Of course, you have to talk about the senior, Braden Shepard. He's season, over 100 yards a game. He had that 220-yard game in week 3 that we had with a score. Of course, his younger brother, Cade's younger brother, Carson, he's having a huge year. You see his numbers there. Even though he doesn't have the receptions, his touchdowns are up there, as you see. And just really all of these guys. Durnan leads the team with those 5 touchdowns, but Kyle Edson, the senior, 355 yards, almost 100 yards a game with 2 scores. And then Owen Borby, who we've both loved on both sides of the ball, 14 grabs, 14 yards a catch, 4 scores, and there have been 7 players catch a touchdown pass from Cade Durnan this year.
Yeah, who do you game plan for it? I mean, you take somebody away, you're gonna you're gonna leave somebody else with single coverage, and Durnan, the quarterback, has shown the ability to find that guy a lot. So I'll be looking while you're calling the play. I'm going to be looking to see who gets the single coverage and see if Cade Durnan can look somebody off, look the safety off, and find that receiver who's one-on-one and see if he can win.
Yeah, and another element that when you look at this Camdenton team, you're like, okay, they're a passing team. That's obvious, but they've got a really strong line. The reason that they are able to pass effectively is because they're so strong in the trenches, and so I don't want to lose sight of the senior running back, Blake Ford, because remember in week 1 against Rolla, he had over 125 yards, 2 scores, averaged over 10 yards a carry, and so should the Lakers need to open up the passing game if West Plains, buckles down, then they've got a running back that's capable.
And Cade Durnan is not afraid if his check down is not there, his number 1 option is not there. He's not afraid to pull it down and get ready and run himself.
Time to turn around, I think, as our Camdenton Lakers about to make their way onto the field. Pretty cool tradition here in Camdenton. Coach Wyatt talked about it.
I got to give a little shout out to a friend of mine that I played softball with for years and years. There's a couple of DeMotts on the Camdenton Laker roster. They're great nephews of his cousin's sons, I think, but they have the same last name as well too. And they both played a big role for this team. One on offense, one on defense. Willard, I think, has done more on offense, and Sam has been the guy who's been dominant on the defensive side with 40 tackles and 7 tackles for loss on the season. So, Jeff, got to be proud of the relations there.
Yeah, Willard is a beast on offense, but I'm telling you, Sam DeMott on defense is an absolute beast. He finds the football, and he's a guy that I've loved since last year, Mike, and he's only gotten stronger. So I know his uncle's got to be proud because I don't even know him, I'm not related to him, and I'm proud of him, okay? He's incredible.
Hey, we'll be getting scores from around the area as usual, and I'll give you a little highlight of what we'll be passing along to you tonight. Versailles at 1-3, but they got hurt bad by turnovers last week, and they just couldn't overcome that. They're playing at Cole Camp tonight, at Cole Camp. We'll get updates on that. School of the Osage is playing California this evening, and that is at School of the Osage. And the Eldon Mustangs in pretty good shape in their district right now, but they got a tough stretch of games coming up. They have Hallsville at Victor Field in Eldon this evening, and obviously our broadcast game, Camdenton hosting West Plains.
So we'll have those scores for you, as Mike alluded to. We take a commercial break, and on the other side, we're going to let you hear from Camdenton head coach in search of his 100th career win tonight on Lake TV. It'll be Par Pitts.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Exclusive lake luxury is hard to come by nowadays, but that's exactly what's available at the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
Whatever your lake dream, the Villages can make it a reality. Stake the claim to your lake paradise in the lake's premier luxury home development, the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
have Lakers head coach Par Pitts. Coach, 3-1, your favorite place to be, Bob Shore Stadium. What's your mindset with you and your team like coming into this one against West Plains?
You know, we've had a great week of preparation. Our guys are locked in, ready to go. Hopefully we can start fast and sort of control the pace of the game. That's one of the things we feel like that maybe is our advantage, is to be able to run with a lot of pace.
Coach, you guys are right in the thick of the heart of your schedule. You look across the Ozark Conference and your district is incredibly stacked. What's the importance of tonight's game against West Plains?
You know, it's really being able to go out and effectively execute the game plan and improve from what we did last week. That's kind of our whole mantra, is improve, because we want to be the same every week. This is a big game, but I believe every game that we play is big. You know, it's awesome playing at home, but just go out and do what we've done from January till today.
Coach, when you look at you guys offensively, a lot stands out. Obviously, Cade Durnan's play, but man, a lot of weapons get involved. You guys have weapons all over the offensive side of the ball.
You know, we're fortunate. We've got, you know, probably 8 guys that can run routes and be dangerous, and Cade does a great job of being able to get the ball in their hands. We can run the football. We can do a lot of different things, which makes it harder to prepare for sure.
When you look at a team like West Plains, 3-1 as well, a lot of different ways they can beat you. What's one thing you're keying on to get a W tonight against the Scissors?
Well, you know, you got to stop the big play, whether it's in the run game or the passing game. Their best receiver, 10, is a danger guy. He's a big, dynamic guy. So we got to limit his touches, got to limit his dynamic plays, and then we've got to be able to control the trenches, you know, on both sides of the ball.
Coach, I know that you don't want to talk about it, but it's what guys like I make a living on talking about. Storyline for me tonight would be your 100th career win if you can beat West Plains tonight. How cool would that be to do right here at Camdenton?
No, it'd be awesome. You know, the unique thing, I was a part of Coach Shore's 100th win as a coach, which was 100 years ago, but you know, that was a unique experience for me as a player. It'll be great, you know, but the only way you get to 100 wins is have really good players, really good coaches, and be around long enough to do it, you know. And so that's why I'm just happy to be coaching tonight.
Coach, thank you so much. Good luck tonight. It's the accomplished and always humble head coach of the Camdenton Lakers, Par Pitts. Head coach of the Camdenton Lakers. We're live here in Camdenton for live high school football presented by Poly Lift Boat Lifts as we get ready for our captains to meet at the 50-yard line. I'm William Holtz, joined by the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell. And Mike, this is our 5th game of the season. This is the 11th year for high school football on Lake TV. And our 5th game of the campaign, I feel like we're starting to get our rhythm. We're starting to bring our A game.
I've kind of gotten used to not talking while the play is going on and talking over the top of you, which is a no-no in broadcast sports. But, yeah, we've had some fun games to work as well, too, and got a great schedule to round things out. This is, again, at halftime will be the halfway point of the regular season, week 10. Unless you're like the #1 team in the district and get a bye, that's a playoff game. It is a playoff game. So you are playing not only for your here, we're going to send it down now for the coin toss for the start of this game.
All right. What a great night for football. Where else would you rather be? Right here. You guys are captains. I expect you guys talk to your team, take care of your team. You guys talk to your team, take care of your team. All right. Sportsmanship, that's a big thing. All right. Everybody, be good sports out here. No baiting, no taunting, no foul language. Let's have a good, clean game. Hit hard, help each other up, do it again. Coaches, we talk before the game. You guys got anything? Good luck, man. Good luck, Coach. Good luck, guys. All right, you guys are the guests. I have a coin here. You get to call it. I have a head and a tail. Tails and a head. You tell me what you want to call. You tell me what he says, all right? Heads. Heads. He said heads. I will flip it. If I drop it, we'll do it again. It is a tail. You have one.
Defer to the second half.
Defer to the second half. So you want the ball. All right. Which way you guys want to kick it? Kick away from the clock. Kick away from the clock. All right, you guys come around this way. You guys go around that way.
All right, so it looks like West Plains is going to receive the opening kickoff, and that's going to officially conclude tonight's Central Ozarks Medical Center pregame show. We'll take our last commercial break, and on the other side of this, it's the 3-1 West Plains Scissors, the 3-1 Camdenton Lakers.
Hey everybody, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture to the Lake. This week kicks off our big fall in-home sale. where we have discounts for every room of the house. We're doing special financing up to 36 months, interest-free, and we deliver the entire lake area. Come see us, Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
Bail more, lift more, load more, pull more, do more with Kubota. Crown Power and Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Dig a real machine, the brand new Kubota SVL 97 compact track loader. Visit us to learn more at crown-power.com.
All right, the wait's officially over. It's time for Camdenton Lakers football live on Lake TV, presented by Poly Lift Boat Lifts. It's week 5 of the high school football season, and both teams come in tonight 3-1, and we're super happy you're joining us here on Lake TV. William Holt's joined by the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell.
I tell you something that really jumped out at me during the coin toss. Number 10, Briggs Houston, a senior, 6'6", 222, a wide receiver. He might be a little bit of a tough matchup for anybody of that size.
Yeah, he's the one going to Northern Iowa as a tight end, and that length explains everything as Willard DeMott set to kick for the Lakers. And it's football time, Mike. No place I'd rather be than right here, right now at beautiful Bob Shore Stadium.
And again, we've lucked out with the weather.
Oh, it's a beautiful night. The kickoff underway. Fielded at about the 16-yard line. Big hole there, and a nice return for West Plains up to the 33-yard line. That's number 34, Rhett Erickson, the junior, with a nice return.
And Brady Mills, a nice tackle saving. He was almost past that first line of defenders. Mills filled that gap and got the tackle. Pretty good return. He was very patient bringing that ball out, I would say.
So we get our first look at West Plains offensively. And, Mike, I'm excited to see what the junior quarterback, Isaiah Jones, number 9, because I hear he can run, he can throw, and they like to spread it out, as you see. Shotgun, split wide receivers, 4 in total.
Remy Wilson, the running back.
And Wilson gets the call on the quick hitter. Out to the flat, makes the first Laker defender miss and keeps those legs churning, has good yardage for about 7.
Yeah, it's so different seeing these spread offenses. And it used to be the teams that won were the teams that could run and stop the run. Not anymore, man. Spread it out, try to get one-on-one situations and take advantage. 7-yard pickup.
So second down and a short 3 here. This time Jones lines up under center, Mike, as you see the traditional set here. Fullback and running back in the backfield. Now in motion is the tight end, and the give, that looks like a dangerous play. Ball's on
loose.
The ground.
It's still loose.
Jones falls on it way back at the 35-yard line, but Mike, West Plains very fortunate because that was a busted play from the get-go.
Yeah, and a great read for Camdenton's Willard DeMott. He jumped outside, comes back inside, and forced the play there. And it was weird how that ball popped loose, and a smart play there for Isaiah Jones just to get on the ground with the ball.
Looked like what happened was he was looking for Dawson Howell, the guy lined up in the first position, but he tried to hand it to him, and he wasn't ready for it. Backs him up, 3rd down and 8. Ball's the 35-yard line. The Laker faithful starting to make some noise on 3rd down.
I don't know if anybody's aware of this, but the game clock's not working.
And here's a handoff outside, and a great play. Carson Durnan shuts the 3rd down play down, and 4th down punt situation coming up for the Zizzers. And this game clock is irrelevant. They got this one over here. Yeah, the upgraded scoreboard. So 3 and out on the opening series, and Camdenton's defense got help from that busted play. So 4th down and 6 now, Mike, and that looked like on that handoff, that sweep play, there was some room there, but Carson Durnan closed quickly.
Yeah, got inside the blocker there on the corner, was able to make the tackle. That was a big turnaround. 2nd and 3, you go to 3rd and 9, and Lakers took advantage of the mistake.
Quarterback Jones also punts, and look out here. That bounces in between the legs of the West Plains player.
Hole.
And down to the 27-yard line where this high power, potent offense of the Camdenton Lakers, Mike, comes out. 1st down and 10 from the 27. Now, one thing we've seen when we had Camdenton in week 1, they ran the ball a ton. They love to pound the rock. Week 3, we thought we'd see more of the same, and it was the polar opposite. So everybody across the state starting to look at Camdenton as a passing offense. I mean, does Par Pitts come out tonight and pound the rock from the get-go? And apparently not.
Well, you got 3 guys in the box. I mean, a linebacker's kind of deep. Yeah, but you don't have a running back in the backfield, so now Ford's back in.
Oh, fake handoff into the flat. He was looking for Edson, and errant throw falls incomplete, brings up 2nd and 10. And I thought, had they handed it off to Ford there, like you said, only 3 down linemen, 3 total in the box, a lot of room up the middle there.
Yeah, I mean, the linebacker he's 6 yards off the line of scrimmage. Only 1 linebacker there, and you get a free 5.
As a nice hard count by Cade Durden, and it's our first our veterinary penalty flag. It's a 5-yard foul, and make this a 2nd down and 5 after the offside. That's hard, Mike. Can you imagine being a lineman, a defensive end, trying to time that right? Just watch the football, right?
Sometimes you get spoofed a little bit too. Quick count.
Ford gets the handoff this time, closes quickly, and great job sealing outside are the Zizzers. First guy there, number 74, Jackson Hunter, the sophomore, coming from his line position, backs him up, and actually they'll say no gain. So 3rd down and 5 now.
Neither team really having much success running the ball here.
Ford in motion once again. They're going to run the opposite way. Up and under for Edson. Now they're going to look for Borby, and just an errant throw. Owen Borby put the up and out move on the defender. He was streaking open, but Durden under pressure, and errant throw brings up 4th down and 5, this time for the Lakers.
Yeah, the ball needed a little touch, but that's easy for me setting up here. All I have to be scared of is William kind of hitting me over the head with something. But yeah, a little touch on that ball, but then he put a little touch on it. Maybe that safety gets there too and makes a play on it.
4th down and 5. Camdenton may be trying to draw West Plains off sides, and now they'll bring Edson back into more of a traditional punt formation.
And West Plains adjusts by getting someone back deep.
And the kick takes a West Plains hop, checks up at the 35, and goes out of play right there. So both teams, 1 possession, a 3 and out, and just 3 minutes, 11 seconds into this one. Not exactly what we thought we'd see, but of course early.
Yeah, something that I see both teams not taking advantage of. You think of the 2 running plays we saw. They were both wide running plays. You don't have anybody in the box there for the Zizzers. I like saying that. It's so much fun. But you don't have anybody in the box for the Zizzers. You got 3 down linemen and a linebacker. Go up the middle with it. You should have numbers on your offensive line against the defenders in that vicinity.
So Jones back out there. Remy Wilson remains the tailback. Lined up next to him. Wilson gets the handoff up the middle and a lot of room. Mellencamp pulls him down from behind, but not until he has 16 yards and a Beck Wellness Center 1st down as the Zizzers into Laker territory.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was talking about. You've got numbers blocking up front. A nice subtle little move by Remy Wilson, and he gets inside Laker territory.
So a fresh set of downs. That's the initial 1st down on the night for either team. And it's a really good play. We might see more of that right up the middle. A lot of room there.
Well, different formations, double tight.
Lance Norton gets the handoff, and he runs into a wall. Ball's on the ground again, and I think that West Plains.
Well, that's going to get a flag, isn't it?
Okay, so Jones falls on it again back at the 48-yard line. It was a fumble that came out. Jones for the 2nd time, and now there is an our veterinary penalty flag on the field, and I think it's going to be targeting.
We'll see. What are we doing? They're actually pointing now at West Plains. Did they pick up the flag or what? Because they haven't moved the ball back as of yet.
Well, I guess they do pick up the flag, giving no explanation, but the initial indication, Mike, they threw the flag and then they did the targeting symbol. I didn't see it. I just went off the gesture from the official. They wave it, so 2nd down and 13 after the 2nd botched play in as many series for West Plains.
And West Plains fortunate to get the ball back both times. Here's the blitz.
Jones, a lot of time, checks up and incomplete. He was kind of shuffling his feet a little antsy in what was predominantly pretty clean pocket before it closed, and that pressure eventually forced Jones to throw an errant pass. 3rd down and long for West Plains. that penalty, or actually the botched play, really set them back after that initial first down. And that's what we've seen over these first 4 weeks of the season is those big penalties or those botched plays, Mike, have been real momentum killers.
They have. I heard Coach Reed say something about this week, how it cuts down your chances of scoring.
Wide open in the flat.
That was a tip, I believe. And I think Blecker, maybe?
Lance Norton was the intended target, and he had a lot of room out there in the flat. If he would have completed that target, had Jones, their quarterback, there was just one guy for him to make miss out here, and that was Edson.
I think Blecker may have misdirected that ball just a little bit, too. He got good pressure.
And if he did, that is a really great defensive play. And if nothing else, Mike, he definitely obstructed the quarterback's view with that big miss. So 4th down, second punt. No, it's a fake. Had his man an incomplete, and that was a risky call, Mike. And what's crazy, Remy Wilson, the junior, was wide open up the sideline, 25 yards down the field. Jones chose to go with the underneath option, and it was knocked away. I think Braden Shepard may have got a hand on it.
Let's get just straight pressure up the middle. Great pressure applied there by Caden Bowen. And that really kind of blew the play up. It really didn't give much of an opportunity for Jones to do much of anything. So the Lakers now get a 4 and out and great field position to start this drive. Let's see if they can get their offense shaken loose. I think you can run between the tackles here.
A lot of big gaping holes here, Mike, defensively on that line, but Ford goes in motion. Maybe a quick swing pass. Actually, they're going to look for Edson, who's wide open. A lot of cushion. Edson makes a couple guys miss inside the 20 down to the 18-yard line. Just like that, a 30-yard pitch and catch from Durnan to Edson, and that's a Beck Wellness Center first down. And Camdenton takes one play to get into the Lake Ozark Real Estate red zone, and that was all Edson after the catch.
And Borby, a nice block. Really pushed it up the field. Here we go.
Mark it at the 16. Here's Ford up the middle. Big gainer inside the 6-yard line.
William, to me, that's there all day. If they're going to have 3 down linemen, essentially 4 in the box, you got to attack that.
Now they were getting ready on first down and goal. No, they're going to say second down and 1. No.
Camdenton was ready to go there. I don't know why they stopped the play.
The marker, so it's second down and goal, they're saying, which makes no sense to me.
It
should be first down and goal
if you got the yardage. Just kind of randomly. Well, there we go.
Empty backfield. Cade Durnan takes the snap. He's going to roll to his left. Looking for his brother Carson Durnan, and a little hot on the toss. Brings up second down and goal.
And there's the rollout again. You cut the field in half, and everybody with, the defensive backs for the Zizzers got out there and really kind of took everything away from him. It had to be a perfect pass to have a chance for Carson to catch that ball.
Yeah, and what we're not accustomed to seeing so far in our couple of Laker games we've had is Durnan. He's missed a couple here early in tight, windows, but he's been fairly accurate in those situations this year. Second down and goal. Going to go the right side now. Quick hitter. Touchdown. Yeah. He's got Edson, the senior, with the touchdown. And the Lakers strike first with 6:46 left in the first. And that's Edson's 3rd touchdown of the night, or of the season so far. And that's number 16 through the air for Durnan. But, man, that was a beautiful throw right in the window. And Edson did a great job of just settling in that window.
Exactly. Just sat down there in the zone. Had somebody outside of him. The safety couldn't overcommit. Here's the extra point attempt from DeMott.
Durnan will hold. It's high. Nice hold. The kick is up, and it is good. So Camdenton strikes first, and DeMott hits the extra point. So with 6:46 left in the first quarter, Camdenton leads 7-0.
Live high school football on Lake TV is presented by Pauly Lift Boat Lifts and brought to you by Central Ozarks Medical Center, Millard Family Chapels, Slumberland at the Lake, Crown Power and Equipment, Show Me Zero from MoDOT, Sir Dyke Yamaha, Cool Breeze Marine, our Veterinary, Lake Ozark Real Estate, Jonathan Hartenstein, Owner Associate, Ozark Homes, Beck Wellness Center, and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
And we're back here on Lake TV, and Camdenton strikes first, but it took them a couple of series to do so. I got to ask you, Mike, what do you think about the fake punt option on 4th down by West Plains?
Well, obviously the coaches thought they saw something there that they could take advantage of, and it just didn't work out for them. That's a big risk to take early in a scoreless game when your defense has played pretty well in the first possession.
The Mott's kick fielded at the 18-yard line, and another hole. Yeah, look out indeed.
That ball, I thought was loose. Excuse me. It's not.
To the 38-yard line. Lance Norton, we've seen him out of the backfield, and on the kick return, actually, Rhett Erickson, rather, I apologize, but yeah, nice return, and ball's the 38-yard line for West Plains for their 3rd series. The first one, a 3 and out. Their second one, they tried a fake punt that was unsuccessful, and so on their 3rd series, I would think trying to run the ball up the middle might be their go-to, and honestly, they had Wilson wide open on that fake punt as well.
They did. Their one successful play was the run up the middle. Vogler on that special teams tackle.
Interesting formation. Here's the run to Wilson, and he's got good yardage, still on his feet near the 50. They call him down at the 48-yard line. That's going to be a Beck Wellness Center first down, and a run and 10 yards first down, and that's where West Plains' success has come. Yes.
Yeah. He had that play was actually designed to go in off left tackles. They pulled the offside guard and tackle, but he brought it back inside a little bit and gets good yardage. Cedarwall again on the tackle. Excuse me, Sterling.
Yeah, Cedarwall's been a force defensively through the first 4 games for the Lakers this year. This team has 43 tackles for a loss coming into tonight's game.
Double tight end set, running play by the quarterback all the way, and he takes a lot of punishment there. Oh. I don't have a number 54 on my roster, but I believe that's who had the tackle there for Camdenton. Oh, I've done that before. I'm sorry.
Collins Stamper.
Yeah. Jones's 3rd carry, but I mean, he got saddled with a couple of losses there because he covered fumbles. But he gets a yard out of that, but he's 3 carries for -9 yards now.
But man, I mean, a play like that, you just have him open for those shots coming in from every which direction. Makes you hold your breath as a coach, a fan, a parent.
Double tight end again.
Quick hitter. They've got their large target here. Makes the first couple of guys miss. Keeps those legs moving. That's big. Briggs Houston, the senior. That 6'5" frame you alluded to, 6'6" officially lined up at, and he is a force.
I guess so. He was actually running laterally there and didn't look like he had much of a chance to gain significant yardage, but he made that pretty much on his own there. He is a load, and I'm sure if you get in trouble, you can throw it up high.
Took 4 Lakers to get him down, and this is a Lakers team that defensively has been very sound tackling. That has not been one of the things that would stand out to you. So Briggs Houston flexes the muscles. 3rd down and short. Ernest Jones, the keeper, I don't think he got it. He may have even lost a little bit.
Great read by the linebackers. They stepped up in the A gaps and stopped it, and they're saying the ball came out.
So another fumble, Mike. This is the 3rd fumble of the night. The first time it's really cost West Plains. Jones is having some issues with the handoffs and the exchange, and this time the Lakers come up with it. I don't know who it was officially, but the Lakers, they've had a turnover on down so far and now a fumble recovery. We'll stay with you here as you look at Coach Parr Pitts sends his Laker offense, and if I'm Camdenton, why not take a shot and make it hurt right after the turnover?
Yeah, you got them back on their heels. No doubt. That's a good play if you can make it work. Empty backfield.
Quick handoff here.
This is Seek.
Seeks outside across the 50. Solid run, and we've seen that from the senior when he's gotten limited opportunities this year. He is dangerous with the football.
First time either team's really been able to run wide successfully. 8-yard pickup.
So 2nd down and short now. And now we've got an R veterinary penalty flag. I'm going to mark this one off. I didn't see Laundry on the field, but that's the indication, and now they back it up for the Lakers.
I'm not sure what's going on here. It's going to be a spot foul. and some question as to where the spot is. Have you seen an indication what the foul was?
They definitely called it against the Lakers. They mark it at the 38-yard line.
First penalty. I can tell you that. I don't know what it was, though. Had to be holding, I guess.
1st and 14.
Big time pressure.
Durnin, quick hitter to Shepard. He's got him up to the 49-yard line. Solid gainer of 11, going to bring up 2nd down and 4. So accurate, and what I love to see the big-bodied Braden Shepard to go down and secure the catch, Mike.
Yeah, great catch. What pressure there by Peyton Allen, a freshman. Just a bull rush.
Durnin to Durnin on the quick hitter. Carson Durnin, another Beck Wellness Center first down across the 45 to the 44-yard line. Another 8 yards through the air, and Durnin starting to catch his rhythm here.
4 of 6 passing. Had that first attempt go incomplete. That was nicely executed.
I mean, that's there all day long, Mike. They're giving some serious separation to the outside receivers. Here's Durnin now. He's going to tuck it and run. Wise decision for Durnin. He's all the way down to the 30-yard line, a 15-yard Beck Wellness Center first down. Durnin, we've seen it with his arm, this time with his legs.
Yeah, I like what the receivers downfield do. Watch here on this play. Instead of trying to go up and make contact, just take a stance and get in somebody's way. We're not going to get a chance to see it here as the play continues.
Clean pocket, and now he's got Borby with a great grab. Really good ball and great protection up front by the Lakers line. Durnin that all day long to go through his progressions, and he settled on Owen Borby, who made a great catch, only for 4 yards, but you keep that rhythm, you keep that momentum, and you force West Plains to make a late substitution. Here's Ford. Big hole opens up inside the 15, down to the 11-yard line, and that's another Beck Wellness Center first down, and the Lakers offense starting to move the football. Another 15-yard gain.
That is there all day long.
Direct snap this time, and there's a 12 guy on the field. It's a free play for the Lakers, and Ford has it down to the 6, but they'll take the 5-yard penalty as it was 12 men on the field. The late substitution, number 41, that's Alex Judd, didn't get off the field of play in time.
So you'll get about the same yardage and save the down. That was a wildcat formation with Ford. Blake, the 6', 185-pound senior. But I think if they're going to stay with that formation, it's kind of a pick your poison kind of deal. Okay, we're going to give you this run. We're not going to give it to you, but it's there if you want to try to execute and take it, or we'll take the pass away. But I don't think you can just single coverage outside on everybody.
So first down and goal, or first down and 5 from the 6-yard line. Ford, the inside run to the house. Blake Ford scores with 3:07 left and puts an exclamation point on that drive. He had a couple of nice runs there. So with 3:07 left, the Lakers up 13-0 early. Blake Ford, the senior, a very nice drive there, and when he's gotten a chance to run the football here in the first quarter, he has been highly effective in a beautiful shot down there by Lake TV's Sean Coburn.
Pretty much untouched on that one.
The hold is good. The kick is up and good as well. So DeMott caps off that drive for the Lakers, and with 3:07 left in the first, the Lakers up 14-0.
Visit Surdak Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks. 50 years strong.
Bail more, lift more, load more, pull more, do more with Kubota. Crown Power and Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Dig a real machine, the brand new Kubota SVL 97 compact track loader. Visit us to learn more at crown-power.com.
We're back on high school football. Game of the week here on Lake TV as you see our Ozark Homes fan cam, and Camdenton through 8 minutes 53 seconds in the first quarter. Took them a little bit to get going, Mike, but they're up 14-0, and DeMott set to kick off from the 40. Good kick, fielded, and one-hand catch right there. And, just
what a big-time
sandwiched.
collision. Wow.
And Camdenton just firing through these gaps, through these holes. And, I mean, they have put some really hard hits
Late
on
flags.
the Scissors, and now the our veterinary penalty flags fly. But look at the catch. I would have just maybe let this go with the risk, but one hand plucks it out of the air, did Lance Norton, but he paid an ultimate price. 1,
Sam
2.
DeMott was the first guy there, man. What a special teams play. You see official fire that flag about 15 yards up in the air. It was something they didn't like, obviously. And
Two of them.
Yeah, it looks like it may go on Camdenton.
We're on the ground, and we're going to wait for the official call. Been a little bit of a struggle to get the signal in the official call tonight from our officials.
A personal foul apparently on Camdenton.
But no, I'm not sure why we're not getting a signal or indication, but the 15 yards makes sense as a personal foul, as you alluded to. So the ball's moved to the 36-yard line, and West Plains facing a 14-0 hole. Get it for the 4th time tonight. We've seen a punt, we've seen a failed fake punt, and we've seen a fumble. So their offense, they're dying to get something going here, and they need to.
Double coverage outside here on the big tight end going to Northern Iowa.
Wilson gets the handoff, and he has another nice gainer up to the 40-yard line. A very near collision as the Lakers safety or linebacker came firing. And Camdenton has been hitting hard tonight, Mike.
Yeah, and really the discipline, staying in your lanes, not over pursuing. Gap responsibility has been impeccable. That was a good run there by Wilson to get 4 yards on the play.
And they'll take that. Bringing up 2nd down and 6. Back under center is Jones. Quick hitter into the flat. Has one of his favorite targets, positive gainer. That's Rylan Kenslow, the senior. Quick hitter, and that's exactly, you've got it. So between Kenslow and Houston, this receiver duo is dynamic, but Ernest Jones unable to get it going consistently so far. But, Mike, they've got the weapons. Down 14-0 here. 3rd down and short. Ball's the 45-yard line, or just shy.
On that bubble screen on the last play, the odd thing about that is you usually have a blocker downfield. But Kenslow was out there on his own, still got positive yardage.
3rd and short. Wilson gets the carry up the middle, and I think Camdenton shuts him down.
Boy,
he gets about a half yard.
He came to an abrupt halt. Cedarwald on the tackle as well. He got a yard in 4th and short.
Got to be careful here, Mike. You're inclined and tempted to go for it because you're down 14-0 and it's short. But Camdenton's offense is firing right now, and if you allow them to go up 3 scores in the first quarter, as we've got 40 seconds left in this first quarter, and they will.
Quarterback sneak.
Up the middle, and I don't know. This is going to be close. We'll have to wait for the spot.
That is so arbitrary, running in from the sideline like that.
They're going to give him. They're going to give him the Beck Wellness Center 1st down, and so that gamble pays off for Coach Wyatt and the West Plains Scissors, and I like it, Mike. I know it's risky, but you got to have it there, and they got it. Jones did exactly what he needed to, and so keep the football. 1st down at the 46-yard line.
Kenslow in motion.
Play action. They've got a guy wide open. He's looking for Briggs Houston. Over his head and just overshoots him, really. I felt like Briggs Houston may have tried to adjust the football a little early there, and had he not, I think it hits him in stride.
What do you tell a receiver running a deep pattern? Run through the ball. I mean, he turned, flipped his hips. That slows you down. That ball was right there if he just runs right through the ball.
I agree. It looked like a beautiful throw by Isaiah Jones, the junior quarterback, but we'll never know as the adjustment and unable to connect brings up 2nd down and 10. And I like taking a shot on 1st down like that.
3 of 8 passing. They go double tight, high formation.
Final play in the first quarter. Quick hitter into the flat has Briggs Houston again, and uh-oh. Surprised we didn't get a penalty flag. So after the first quarter of play, it's 14-0 Camdenton over the West Plains Scissors. We'll take this commercial break, brought to you by our veterinary.
Our veterinary is the proud official veterinary of Lake TV. For every 5 penalty flags during tonight's game, our veterinary will donate a free spay or neuter to Ozarks Cat and Canine. Another reminder that the best way to prevent more stray dogs and cats in your lake neighborhood is to get your pet spayed or neutered.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Back here on Lake TV, and a lot of those fans out there where I wish I was, Mike, in the line of the concession stand.
Really? Hungry?
Yeah, I'm always hungry. You always know exactly what I'm thinking.
I'll bring you an apple next week. How's that?
I love apples. I'd be anything. So 3rd down and 8 as we reverse sides anyway, and turn it over. So West Plains now 3rd down and 8 from their own 49-yard line, and a crucial 3rd down here, but not so convinced they wouldn't make this 4-down territory. 3rd down and little pitch outside to Wilson. Wilson, nice cut back and then shut down after a modest gain. I like the play design, but Camdenton, man, defensively they've been so strong, and that gap assignment you were talking about, again, look at the corner come up from his spot. Force him back in, and then you have 3 or 4 Lakers waiting who read the play and did exactly what they were supposed to. So 4th down and 5 or 6. This one's going to be tougher to go through, and we now see Jones back there at the punt formation.
Yeah, there's actually a couple of good blocks on the pulling guards out there, but Lakers' pursuit was better.
Jones will punt it, gets away a really good kick, takes a West Plains hop, and into the end zone. Nicely done by Spencer Mellencamp, who was ready to grab it should it stop short. But into the end zone, and Camdenton gets it back 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
49-yard punt, but 29-yard net, as it does, as William just said, come out to the 20-yard line, kind of waiting for some scores to come in. Osage,
So
Versailles.
Through these last couple series, Mike, for Camdenton, they've been able to run, they've been able to throw, but what have you been most impressed with thus far for the Lakers?
Recognition on offense, seeing what's there and taking advantage of it. And then let's see if West Plains makes any defensive changes here, because they were gashed on the running plays, and they are bringing the linebackers up into the gaps a little bit more. You got a stack on this side. Somebody might be open deep.
Going to run it to Ford anyway, and he gets through the first line of defense. Nice run across the 25 up to the 26-yard line, and I thought Durnan might check out of the run play, but he gives it to Ford anyway, and it's a really good gain on 1st down.
Offensive line's really taking control. Good pursuit there coming from the backside by number 50. He's a big kid, isn't he? Wow. 219. Dylan Brigman.
Hard count works once again on our veterinary penalty flag. Going to be a fresh set of downs. So we've also got a Beck Wellness Center 1st down, and that's the 2nd time Durnan's got that hard count to work, but we've seen it at least 2 or 3 times every Laker game we've had in 2023.
No doubt.
And that's such an important play.
It is.
Because if you have a timeout in the pocket late in the game to try that, and when it works, man. Durnan rolls to his left, looks into the flat and overshoots his intended target, Braden Shepard, and good pursuit defensively by West Plains as, again, they roll him out of the pocket, Mike.
Yeah, and just good coverage, and I think a good decision by Durnan. Just throw it away, 2nd and 10. You're not hurt. You can throw it downfield and get that back. But, yeah, the rollouts haven't been terribly successful so far.
2nd down and 10. And also, even though they're up 14-0, there's a botched play, wrong side. The formation, Durnan tries to get something out of nothing, but the botched play goes for a loss of 2, and was trying to either the read option or the handoff to Ford, who was on the wrong side or cut the wrong way. So a miscommunication puts Camdenton into a 3rd and long situation.
Yeah, there was some awkwardness in the way that play got in, so you can't really be terribly surprised by that result.
So 3rd down and long. Durnan now looking for his brother Carson Durnan. Falls incomplete. Braden Shepard had broken wide open. The safety who would have been responsible for Shepard actually read the play and saw the eyes of Cade Durnan. So a really good read, and that's going to bring the Lakers into a punt situation.
Ryan Kenslow, great timing here to get over the shoulder and break that up. A split second later, that's interference.
Yeah, that was a beautiful read, as you said, Mike. Not getting the interference, but making the play defensively. And a good punt here from Edson.
I guess.
Takes a Laker hop all the way down to about the 15-yard line. So we'll give him 54 yards officially on that punt.
Yeah, that's impressive. Got a good hang time and got a good forward bounce off the artificial surface.
And nice job by the coverage team, by the Laker up front, because the always dangerous and large Briggs Houston looked like he was ready to make a play, but Camdenton did not allow that, and therefore West Plains has it. 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line. How's that for flipping fields, Mike?
Yeah, that's a big-time play. Let's see what West Plains, if they feel like they've got a little momentum finally getting a stop there. And they're having trouble getting the play in. Play clock at 7.
Jones shuffles the feet, has his target in the flat, and nice play on 1st down. It's a Beck Wellness Center 1st down, and Remy Wilson, the junior, seems like every time he touches the football, good things happen for the Zizzers.
Yeah, he just opened in the flat. He was actually a check down, and Camdenton got caught a little bit, not covering the flat there very well. That's something that they've been really good at so far in this game.
Go right back to that. I mean, if you can get 6 to 10 yards on those swing passes, I'd take it.
Look at Houston down here with matched up with Edson. I wonder if he's got some help over the top.
Well, Mellencamp responsible for the slot player as he now comes to press him or closer to the line. In the flat, they're looking for Houston and not on the same page with the quarterback and receiver.
I think Jones' arm got hit as he released that pass. That caused it to kind of flutter off there into no man's land.
It's going to bring up 2nd down and 10 now. And obviously for West Plains, still absolutely in this game, just 2 scores. But some of the things have been these small penalties and the botch plays. Now, if they can stay out of that and get this run game going, it's going to open it up for Jones. But until that happens, they got their work cut out for them. 2nd down and 10 now.
Got the big running back, Lance Norton, in the backfield, 195.
Also does the kick returning for the Zizzers. Quick hitter into the flat. They fake it to him and instead throw it to the target, Stauffer, who's got good yardage. He's got 11 yards and a Beck Wellness Center 1st down before Spencer Mellencamp makes the stop. But that's a good play, and that's what the defense is giving you, Mike. You see the route right here. Stauffer, just a little swing, moving down. Briggs Houston takes out the defender responsible for him. And I mean, that's a free 6 or 7. And if you're lucky and your offensive player makes a move, as they did, that's 1st down yardage. And we've seen that now 2 plays on this drive. Look at that beautiful sky off in the distance there. Jones sets up his player for a bone-rattling hit as DeMott comes in and just waylays the offensive player, and that's on Jones. That's on the quarterback. You hung him out to dry. Get another look at it here. You see, just got to know better there, right?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say that DeMott watched some film this week and saw that play coming.
Yeah, he read it perfectly, broke the play up, and what you love is he didn't have the malicious hit and get the penalty flag. That's alluring and tempting to really lay him out. He made sure he stayed lower. So 2nd down and 10 after the incomplete pass. That's a backwards pass. Be careful. It's caught, but nothing doing as Braden Shepard and DeMott all over that one. It was Rylan Kenslow, the junior. I don't love that play because when you throw it that hard that quick, if it's not a perfect pass, that's a live football, Mike.
Yeah, that's the danger of that. And then, well, they're going to say no gain on the play, but it is technically a running play. Sets up 3rd and 10.
Some confusion outside here on coverage. Little screen set up to Kenslow, and no, sir. Sam DeMott, Johnny on the spot, makes a big third down stop. And now we've got an our veterinary penalty flag. Might be a late hit on the second Laker. And I agree with the call, Mike. As you look here, DeMott has him stopped. Coming in and lowering your head to finish it off. The guilty Laker, Hayden Vogler, the senior, I think that's the call.
And they're going to mark it off against. It was a dead ball foul apparently, and a 5-yard penalty.
So I apologize to Mr. Hayden Vogler. He didn't get called for the unnecessary roughness. Rather, it goes against West Plains on the our veterinary penalty flag, which I didn't see it, Mike.
Well, what's a 5-yard penalty on a dead ball foul? I mean, they gave the yardage and then marked off 5. What's a 5-yard dead ball foul?
I have no idea. Jones now. The punt. Mellencamp fields it at his own 37-yard line. Makes the first guy miss trying to get outside, and he puts his shoulder down. And a great, tough return from Spencer Mellencamp. And Coach Parpitz gets his troops rallied. He's excited as that play goes deep into the Camdenton sideline.
Yeah, he set up the blocker he did have there on that sideline very well. Let him get into position, then cut back outside.
Got another our veterinary penalty flag sitting at the 47-yard line of West Plains.
We're just not getting any signals. I can't believe both of us would be missing every signal.
This was a hold of the return team. That one I could see. But the markers at the 47.
Yeah, it's going to be a spot foul.
Which is going to be close to bettering the. No, okay. Instead, they're going to go back to 15. The play.
It's 15, whatever it was. It's a 15-yard penalty from the spot.
Well, they had it at the 47 and moved it back to the 34. Go figure. So, again, I'm lost. Quick hitter here to Ford on the swing pass, trying to get outside, and he does. Blake Ford adds to his impressive first half tonight. We'll give him about 7 yards before he's forced out of bounds.
Borby, a good block on the outside here to get Ford all the way to the sideline.
And Edson doing a nice job blocking as well. Quick hitter to Carson Durnan, who tries to get outside. Ooh, he shakes Kenslow, and he's up to midfield before being forced down. He's got 7 or 8 yards and a Beck Wellness Center first down.
So a stop on the last possession for West Plains, but Camdenton, even after that big penalty, they're back up near, well, they're right at midfield.
So that hurry-up offense, they go right back to it. First down. Here's the handoff to Ford up the middle, and positive gain of 5 on first down. And really the point of attack in the trenches, Camdenton is dominating so far tonight.
They have been. Peyton Reynolds, a defensive lineman at 226, stopped that play, but Camdenton's had the best of the play right now.
Second down and 5. Durnan waits a lot of time, then a little shimmy, puts on the linebacker, tucks and runs up to the 29-yard line. A 16-yard Beck Wellness Center first down, and Cade Durnan tonight, when he's had to, has tucked and run for a couple of big first downs.
And they had a spy on him too. That's the part that kind of probably irritates West Plains coaching staff a little bit. And he used the official to good effect there as well, kind of using him as a screen.
And a little fake pass as he was past the line of scrimmage, freezing the spy. So here's the first down play. Throwing short to Shepard, who has it up to the 17-yard line. Another Beck Wellness Center first down as the Lakers inside the Lake Ozark Real Estate red zone.
I had Carson on the post, but took the check down. It's a first down, though. You can't complain about that.
His brother will be saying that to him at family breakfast tomorrow.
And probably still at Thanksgiving. Dude, man, I was open. Come on.
Seeksy now, the carry up the middle. He's going to be stopped. Nice piece of tackling on the play. That's the big linebacker for West Plains, Alex Judd, the junior. And we have an injured Laker on the field, so we take this opportunity to go to commercial. We'll be back with exclusive coverage of Camdenton Lakers football on Lake TV, presented by Polylift Boat Lifts.
Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy. boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness. New specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab, all while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
Polylift Boat Lifts is proud to present live high school football exclusively on Lake TV. At Polylift Boat Lifts, we don't just build a boat lift, we build a polylift.
Back here on Lake TV as the injured Laker makes his way to his feet, and he'll leave the field to play on his own accord. You always love to see that. Carson George, the senior, shaking up on the play.
Hallsville leading Eldon at the end of the first quarter, 14-0. And we've got Colcamp leading Versailles 12-0 at the end of the first quarter. And Osage trailing. I don't have any good news at all. Osage trailing California at the end of the first, 7-0.
We're about to have good news. Camdenton about to go up by 3 scores. The handoff once again. Nice run up to about the 9-yard line by Seats. He's all the way to the 9, going to bring up 3rd down and real short. Michael Seats, he's been effective when he gets the football.
I didn't think he got a very good spot there for sure, but yeah, that's his 3rd carry. And right at the marker, 3rd and short.
Durnan calls his own number, design quarterback run. He scores, but hold that thought. We have an R veterinary penalty flag down at the 3. Think we're going to get something against the offense here. Either illegal hands to the face or holding is the indication.
Yeah, Camdenton's shoulder slumping a little bit, so the spot foul from the 3 should take it back to the 13.
Which will make it 3rd down and about 5 on the play. And
yeah, I don't know. That wasn't much.
They always say they could about call it on any play. It's always weird when they do choose to call it and don't. I'll tell you this, when I'm watching my team play, I see every hold they don't call.
Me too.
3rd down and 6 now. Ball's at the 13-yard line. Durnan, clean pocket once again. Fires for the end zone. Shepard wide open and a strike. 2nd touchdown of the night for Cade Durnan through the air. That moves his season total to 17. And with 6:22 left, the Lakers up 20-0.
Well, you talk about being locked in on a receiver. He sees him all the way, waits for him to clear the linebacker, and that's stealing.
Man, Braden Shepard's senior campaign continues to impress. He's averaging 120 yards a game so far this season, and he has a nice start tonight. Point after attempt. Durnan, the hold is good. DeMott, the kick is good, and the Lakers extend that lead 21-0 over West Plains as we give you a look at the Camdenton Pride of the Lake Marching Band. We take this commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the Water Tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Being a successful Laker athlete takes hard work, discipline, and teamwork, much like our work here at Polylift Boat Lifts. If you envision your team being the best, you will be the best. The effort you put into building your team and working together as one unit always pays off. And remember, Lakers, who's got it better than us? Congratulations to all the Laker athletes from all of us at Polylift Boat Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
Back just in time for Willard DeMott's kickoff for the Lakers, who lead 21-0. This one's fielded by Kinlaw at about the 8-yard line. He's going to reverse fields now.
Running sideways does not work.
Oh, and he takes a tough hit. Man on the stop. That's Stamper for the Lakers. Big number 54, Colin Stamper, the senior, just 5'11", but he is strong.
Got to give some credit to Paul Muff, too, on special teams. The sophomore, 6'2", 200 pounds.
Yeah, Paul Muff. He's going to be a force for these Lakers. Just a sophomore getting some time on special teams, and he was in on that play as well. So West Plains now, Mike, their biggest deficit of the game, down 21-0. They get it at their own 17-yard line. What do they have to do to sustain a drive here?
Just not make mistakes. I mean, for Camdenton, you have to say, of course, that drive that was all on them because they started after that big penalty. Boy, good
quick
catch.
hitter
Look out.
here to Kenlaw, who's got some room. Shake Shepard, and still on his feet. Cross the 40-yard line. They mark him down at the 38-yard line. So a big gain there. I think that's 54 yards.
I got 45 on it.
45 and a Beck Wellness Center first down. Wow.
Yeah, that was impressive. And then at the end, 2 Lakers take each other out of the play. And just a quick strike. You're surprised you don't see that play action and the slant over the middle. Get those linebackers to freeze. They don't get any depth. And somebody clears behind them. And, boy, they've got just a couple of safeties to beat.
Rylan Kinslow, the senior receiver, the big gainer, 45 yards and a first down. Now they're going back to the air. Jones has his target, who comes back and makes the play near the Camdenton sideline. And once again, that's Kinslow with the catch, and we're going to give him 9 yards, just shy of first down yardage.
That's the first time we'd seen that formation where the quarterback in the shotgun was flanked by 2 blockers. They didn't get either one of them get the block, though. That was the problem.
Did you see how quick Edson closed on that?
Right.
Limiting him to exactly where he caught it. So sucking down in short, Jones out of the shotgun once again. He's going to roll to his left. Now looking for Kinslow, and he overshoots him. Braden Shepard lurking there in the flat. Probably wise to throw that one out of play. Brings up third and a very manageable 1.
Yeah, Cedarwall was out there as well, and good backside pressure by the Camdenton Lakers. Getting there was a Vogler once again.
So what a beautiful night here in Camdenton. It's clear skies, which we weren't sure we would have, and just a beautiful temperature. Now the sun's down, Mike. Very cool evening, and love being under the lights. But for West Plains, they've got to get their offense moving here. 3rd and short.
Change in the play.
30.
Oh boy, I don't know.
Not a chance. Jones thought he'd sneak it. In comes the defense and stops him. He loses a half yard on the play.
He came up to the line of scrimmage like he was changing the play, and then got like a Travis Kelce kind of deal. Gets up there and takes the snap. But the Lakers, look at them move up into the back gaps. The play was never there. Wow.
And the big play for Camdenton, big Jeshua Balderas, the senior, who's been a force. He got him before he had a chance to make that second effort. And then Will DeMott cleans it up. And nonetheless, we have our veterinary penalty flag. It's going to be an illegal shift. So 5-yard penalty, 3rd down and 6.
He may not have been set before he took that snap. And I'm just assuming that's what the problem is. 4th penalty on West Plains, and that's from 4th and less than a yard probably now. 3rd and 6.
Might take the 3rd and 6 over 4th down and a yard after the loss. So might be a blessing in disguise. We'll see. 3rd down and 6 into the flat. Has his receiver, and no siree. Camdenton shuts that down. Big number 41, Sterling Cedarwall. The junior leads the charge on a 4-yard loss, bringing up 4th down and 10.
Yeah, when you see kids coached up and they know what's coming and attack the play. Look at that. He went right by the one receiver. He saw that all the way and drops it for a big, big loss.
And even a favorable spot, really a couple yards further back where that contact initially took place. Jones in for a punt situation, 4th and 10, ball at the Camdenton 39-yard line. No one back for the Lakers as they're perfectly fine with letting this one sail over their heads.
And end over end, it might, no, it angles too far to the sideline. Camdenton backed up, but they'll take the ball.
Down to the 10-yard line, so about a 30-yard punt, and the Lakers have 3:37 left here in this first half with 3 timeouts, Mike. And they also start with the football in the second half, so a little 2-for-1 opportunity here for the Lakers.
Yeah, and they've got so many things clicking right now. Boy, just take your pick. I like a run on first down when you're back at your own 10. And Ford's been so effective coming in motion across the grain and then running between the tackles. It's been a very effective play for Camdenton.
So we'll see what they do backed up here on first down. Durnan, quick hitter to Shepard, who goes down and makes a really nice catch at the 18-yard line.
What a great adjustment to the ball that was thrown to the inside, and he used his body to screen off the defender. That was impressive on several different levels.
So 8 yards brings up second down and short.
There's the hard count. I'm surprised he doesn't get the head and shoulder bob there called on him every now and then.
Ball at the 19 officially here. Durnan, little play action. He's looking for Shepard, who has to come back in a really nice play defensively. Ball was underthrown just slightly, but Ryland Kenslow made a nice play. The ball was up for grabs, and he stood his ground. That's going to bring up third down and 2.
Yeah, Durnan, did he not get a clean release off the pump fake? Maybe he didn't have a great grip. He had somebody right in his face, too.
And he was falling away instead of getting that drive, that front foot into the ground where he could really step into it. So good pressure.
Really didn't have any room there to step up into it, see what they can do on third.
Going to be a little option. Durnan keeps his legs moving, has first down yardage up to the 23-yard line. A Beck Wellness Center first down. And, I mean, you can't stop that. When he wants to run the football with options, he's going to find a way to get the first down.
And just good influence blocking. In other words, you don't have to pancake somebody. Just turn him and get in his way, and a huge hole for Durnan and a first down.
Taking a shot here. Has his brother Carson Durnan and overshoots the diving. Carson Durnan, and he's really going to be talking to his brother at breakfast tomorrow.
Yeah, he saw the safety, the little look inside. He held the safety inside, looking a little bit to his right, and just a little bit overthrown there. That was beautifully designed. Just a fly pattern straight up the hash mark, looking right, then throws it downfield.
And love the effort.
Yard. Oh, yeah.
Ford now trying to get outside and make something out of nothing. That's shot down for a big loss back to the 20. First guy there for West Plains, Lance Norton.
And hobbling off the field, too. Well, that lost 4. That kind of doubles the sting a little bit from not connecting on that bomb that they were attempting on the previous play.
This is a must stop here for West Plains defense. Third down and 14. You got Camdenton backed up. You cannot let them convert. Taking a shot here. Deflected in and out of the outstretched arms of Kyle Edson. Good coverage. You wanted a flag, will not get one, and the defense does their job.
Yeah, he makes a little flipping motion that thought, no, I don't want to show up the officials here at the end. Let's see when he comes up. No, they're going to see it. We'll have to see the punt first.
Great timing by Stauffer in coverage. So fourth down and 13. The Zizzers defense do their job, and don't look now, but with 2 minutes on the clock and 2 timeouts, might have some time. Now Edson now. Uh-oh, he's going to try to hold it. That's a disastrous play for the Lakers as the West Plains Zizzers stop Camdenton. I'm not sure if it was a design faked or he just didn't think he'd get it off, but the Zizzers defense and special teams unit gives it back to the offense at the 27-yard line of Camdenton.
And we'll see if Edson gets talked to when he comes over to the sideline. We'll find out there. He's kind of, I don't think that's what was supposed to happen there, kind of thing.
He wanted to shimmy him as he thought it might be blocked, hoping he might have time to do a rugby-style kick, and it was shut down.
Yeah, and he was, like the palms up kind of things. Coach, I got to do this. So
a
break here for West Plains if they can take advantage of it.
See if they can take a shot on first down. It's going to be a handoff on first down, and missed tackle and a nice run for West Plains, the ball carrier.
Jackson Taylor.
Yeah, the sophomore. First time we've called his name tonight offensively, and he has 8 yards inside the Lake Ozark Real Estate red zone are the West Plains Zizzers.
Yeah, it's only a break if you take advantage of it. Camdenton had a couple of breaks early. The fake punt that went awry and then a fumble. They got scores on both of those, and now here's the break for West Plains to get themselves back in this ball game a little bit, at least to give themselves a little hope going on here instead of being down 3 scores.
Yeah, this would be big for them. You know how quick things can change at this level as Jones rolls to his right under pressure. Going to take a shot to the end zone, and it is intercepted. Kyle Edson, the senior, and he's going to take it out.
Kyle probably should have taken a knee there, but a great interception. Just threw the ball into a crowd.
And the defense flexes their muscle. Kyle Edson, the senior, he said, hey, it was my fault on the punt. I know I gave him a short field. Let me do something about it. Gets the pick and gives it back to the Lakers. First down and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
There's this formation we saw once earlier, and it's a blocking formation with the two guys, but there was 4 defenders there on 1 receiver. That was not going to end well for West Plains. So they couldn't take advantage of the big break. And let's see if Camdenton can do something before halftime.
But I understand what Jones is thinking. He's throwing it up to Briggs Houston. And Houston, again, breaks the route, turns around, and prematurely jumps. Otherwise, he can at least turn into a defender and prevent the pick. But first down and 10 after the second Laker takeaway. It's Blake Ford now with a full head of steam across the 40. Pushed out at the 43-yard line, 30 or 28-yard pickup and a Beck Wellness Center first down. Blake Ford, real good first half, and there's been holes big on the line. For
Houston, the safety's playing 15 yards off the line of scrimmage. He's got to come up and make that play. I mean, if you're going to play that deep, you've got to come up and make the tackle. But he just kind of held his ground and allowed Ford to get outside and tack on more yardage.
Here's Seats now with the sweep. He lets out a burst of energy, a little speed. He has 8 yards and across midfield into West Plains territory. And now Camdenton having success on the ground, which you know will open up that potent passing attack. Just wait for a shot because you know it's coming.
Yeah, the play action is going to be there when you can run the ball as effectively as the Lakers have done the last 2 times. They're showing blitz. That is West Plains.
Great recognition by Durnan. Looks to the sideline and says, all right, we know what they're at least disguising here.
Bringing everybody.
Bringing it. Good play. Quick hitter. Has his target. First down up to the 35-yard line. Mike, 12-yard. Beck Wellness Center first down, and that was easy.
Yeah, that was stealing. I mean, they're just, when you blitz and with the receivers that Camdenton has, that was actually Caden Bowen on the catch, wasn't it?
Yeah, first time we've called his name. Camdenton has weapons. They're going to take a shot for Edson once again, and turned around was the receiver, and we see Durnan, another errant throw, but Edson wide open, and it's because the pressure West Plains is putting on Durnan. They're not allowing him to be comfortable when he plants that front foot. He's either falling away or stepping to the side, and we've seen some inaccurate throws from the senior.
But you have to look at it this way. Their kids, West Plains is trying too. I mean, they're in the weight room and they practice and they're trying to make plays, and here's the screen.
To Edson, really well read. A loss on the play. We do have our veterinary penalty flag.
What do we got? Bad block probably coming back. Possibly a face mask, but blocking the back. I don't see anything there.
Yeah, 70 came in, and when the defender was engaged with the ball carrier, he pushed him in the back trying to get him off, and so that's what they're going to call.
Yeah, but they're on the line of scrimmage. You can block in the back. Well, they're going to call it, though.
I don't know the exact rules, but that's what they get the Lakers for. They're going to move them back to the 45-yard line where it's going to be second down and 21. And now Camdenton burns a timeout, so we'll take a commercial break and be right back on Lake TV.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve. At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
Polylift Boat Lifts is proud to present live high school football exclusively on Lake TV. At Polylift Boat Lifts, we don't just build a boat lift, we build a polylift.
Welcome back to Lake TV's coverage of live high school football powered by Polylift Boat Lifts. Wanted to give some shout outs to people watching at home. The Shore family are actually in Kansas watching with, of course, Laker great Bear Shore, who graduated last year, of course, had a historic year for the Lakers. So the Shore family watching from Kansas. Also give a shout out to Marvin at St. John and family watching at home here locally as well. So second down and long. Durnan, a lot of time. Look out from behind. He tucks and he's going to run. Across the 40, now from behind, taken down at the 35-yard line.
That's a good play. I mean, that was great coverage downfield. Camdenton will use their second timeout.
Just 15 seconds left here in the first half as we stay with you. So your situation, Camdenton 21-point lead, have it 3rd and 11 from the West Plains 35-yard line. 15 seconds left, and Camdenton will get the football after halftime. And, of course, that'll be after our Millard Family Chapels halftime show. We'll have some highlights from you. Mike will have a stat rundown. We'll also look at some district standings. Never too early to start looking at those district standings, Mike. And for the Lakers, up 21-0 right now. This win would go a long way as you look down the stretch and what they have coming.
Yeah, and you have to look at it this way. You're playing for home field at least in the opening round. Helias is number 1 in this district, Class 5 district, and they've been a powerhouse here in recent years. So Camdenton, with only 7 teams in the district, would play the number 7 team if they can stay number 2, which is where they're at right now.
So first unfinished business, 3rd and 11. Great protection, wide open. Kyle Edson.
Get on the ground.
He's going to try to get outside. Across the 20 down to the 13-yard line. That's a Beck Wellness Center first down. The Lakers back inside the Lake Ozark Real Estate red zone. The clock stops while they reset the sticks, but Camdenton calls their final timeout with just 4 seconds left, and they're going to send out their field goal kicker. Ball's at the 14-yard line. This would make it about a 31-yard field goal for the Lakers as we stay right here with you as you get another look at the Kyle Edson hookup. And how about the Lakers' offensive and defensive display here through the first 2 quarters?
Yeah, done a good job of overcoming penalties. Remember that one long drive started after a 15-yard penalty, and they've had penalties in this drive as well. As a matter of fact, 6 penalties on the Lakers here in the first half.
Also want to give a shout out to big friends of Lake TV, Mark and Tiffany Mawson, watching, of course, our presenting sponsor of high school football on Lake TV. Polylift Boat Lifts and Mike Tiffany Mawson just won an award from the Missouri Make-A-Wish Foundation for her incredible work she's done with the Shootouts Ride Upon a Wish, or Wishing on a Ride event they have every year. So congratulations to Tiffany Mawson, and big shout out to Polylift Boat Lifts. So a 31-yarder here. Dernan, he will hold, and Willard DeMott attempts the long field goal for the high school level.
Yeah, you just don't want to try to over kick it. Trust your leg. He's got plenty of leg to get there. You just don't want to snap
Good
up.
Snap. Good hold. Plenty of leg, and Willard DeMott hits it through. That have been good from 45. So as we head into halftime, your Camdenton Lakers out in front by a score of 24-0. We take a commercial break, and we'll be right back with your Millard Family Chapels halftime show.
Live high school football on Lake TV is presented by Polylift Boat Lifts and brought to you by Central Ozarks Medical Center, Millard Family Chapels, Slumberland at the Lake, Crown Power and Equipment, Show Me Zero from MoDOT, Sir Dyke Yamaha, Cool Breeze Marine, our Veterinary, Lake Ozark Real Estate, Jonathan Hartenstein, Owner Associate, Ozark Homes, Beck Wellness Center, and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With over 30 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go further, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Got props? We do at Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists.
They say a picture is worth 1,000 words. The pure joy of a kid getting ready to go on the lake. Get lake ready and leave the heavy lifting to the compact frame of Kubota's powerful utility vehicle. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick to blur the line between work and fun. Available in orange, black, and camo. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. Passion, power, performance. crown-power.com.
Being a successful Laker athlete takes hard work, discipline, and teamwork, much like our work here at Polylift Boat Lifts. If you envision your team being the best, you will be the best. The effort you put into building your team and working together as one unit always pays off. And remember, Lakers, who's got it better than us? Congratulations to all the Laker athletes from all of us at Polylift Boat Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
A message for everyone using the roads. That's you drivers and riders, evening runners and those running errands, lake dippers and road trippers, fun havers and adventure seekers. Help make the roads safer by doing 4 simple steps. Buckle up, phone down, slow down, and drive sober. That's it. 4 simple steps that have been proven to prevent traffic deaths. That means more rides, runs, laughter, life. After all, simple actions save lives.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. It's time for the Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. At Millard Family Chapel's, every day is a gift, and so is every life. Now back to William Holtz and Mike Bissell.
And we're back here on our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show to show you some first half highlights that sees the Camdenton Lakers out in front 24-0. West Plains got the football to start the first half, but the Camdenton defense, they held them 3 and out. Camdenton, they got the football after that 3 and out. They did the same thing. They went 3 and out and able to get a first down. West Plains, they get it back. They're going to get it moving, right? They get a first down, a big-time gainer. Will they end up having a 4th down? We'll show you the incomplete. And then on 4th down, they were going to punt. No, a fake punt, and it falls incomplete. So the Lakers get great starting field position, and Blake Ford takes it inside the 5 before Durnan is able to convert for his first of 2 touchdown passes. This one to Kyle Edson. West Plains gets it back, and they got a little momentum, a couple of nice runs right there. You saw Remy Wilson, the junior, but they end up turning it over on a fumble, and so Camdenton gets it back. This time Cade Durnan runs it, and then this time Ford finishes it. Blake Ford, Camdenton up 14-0. Can West Plains get anything going on their ensuing possession? After the first quarter, we reverse field, and West Plains, a little momentum. They started to move the football. They got a couple of first downs, but ended up having to punt back to Camdenton. So Camdenton, they want to tack on to their 14-0 lead. They moved the football, and that was a great defensive stop, giving it back to West Plains. And West Plains unable to get anything going. Had to punt the football once again to the Lakers as Spencer Mellencamp, nice return here, gives it to the Lakers real close to midfield. And from there, they would convert. You see Durnan out of the pocket, steps up, little shimmy there. And that was a big 3rd down conversion for the Lakers that moved it further down. Quick hitter here, and we've seen that a couple times. Braden Shepard go down to make the play. Michael Seats the carry inside the 10 to set up a goal-to-go situation, and then look at the strike right here to the wide open Braden Shepard. Lakers lead 21-0, and then that was a really good play to Kenslow, 45 yards, the biggest play of the game for West Plains. They look like they might find a way to cut into the Laker 21-point lead. They were moving it, and then they ended up having a shot to the end zone by Jones. There's a quick hitter. Didn't go anywhere. The Lakers defense been so good in this first half, sticking to their assignments. And here's the shot to the end zone, and Edson comes down with it, and he takes it out. Probably should have went down, but he was eager to make a play for his team after the botched punt on the previous possession. And then the Lakers move all the way down the field. This big run here by Blake Ford. He's had a great first half. We'll have numbers on him on the other segment outside the break. And impressive. Now you're looking at Camdenton. They really had their way in this first half. They were able to extend plays on the legs of Cade Durnan. You see how patient he is and just so great with his footwork and so tough to defend. The Lakers only had a little time before the half at this point in time. We were hoping Kyle Edson would go down at that point in time, but he picks up some extra yardage and inside the 15 now. Now he has a field goal is what that sets up, and Willard DeMott converts from 31 yards out. And so at the break, your score, Camdenton up 24-0, and they lead. They'll get the football first to start the second half of play. We'll take a commercial break and be back with the other part of our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. Oh, baby, here's Colonius inside the 30, and he tripped up. The ball's on the turf, and lucky for Jason Colonius, the junior, goes out of play at the 21-yard line. Second down and 8. Trusty. It's Colonius again, and he's got a lot of room into the end zone for the score. Now Colonius still on his feet, making people miss, and here goes Jason Colonius. Still on his feet. Oh, my goodness. The junior will not go down. He's finally forced out at the 2-yard line. As we come back, it's A-Train up the middle. Aiden Williams with the score from 2 yards out, and Osage extends their lead to 14-0 here with 4:21 left. Third down and 4 play for the Indians. The sophomore Maverick Trusty had to put the ball in the air. And why would you, with the run game working as well? And it's Colonius once again, got a lot of room, and he's across the 30, still on his feet, cuts back inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. A little up and under. He's got his man Hardy inside the 10, all the way down to the 5-yard line. Here's a quick hitter. The slant to Smithson is good. What a throw from Hess. Little play action, wide open up the scene is Kemry. He's got it inside the 10 to the house. Touchdown from 44 yards out. All you have to have, a little play action, a quick hitter, and it's a nice play, and the ball's on the ground. It's fumbled, and it's recovered on the play by Charlie Dooley. Gonna be a reverse. Great cut back into the end zone for the score. Fresh set of downs now, ball's at midfield. Trying the up and under. They're looking for Hardy. He's got a step. The ball from Hess to Hardy, and he scores a 50-yard strike. And here's one up the middle again. Kemry is there. Perfect throw, and once again, it is Trusty to Kemry, this time from 44 yards out. I want you to get a look at this extra point attempt. It's an option. Childs passes it back to the kicker, and he puts a perfect ball onto Kemry, who's got 2 touchdowns and now a 2-point conversion to boot on the night.
School of the Osage does get the win. They go to 1-1 in conference play and 1-3 overall. An impressive 37-12 win over the Elton Mustangs. Their record evens up at 2-2.
As we welcome you back on Lake TV for our Millard Family Chapel's halftime show. And Mike, at the break, I mean, a near perfect first half of football for the Camdenton Lakers.
A lot of penalties. You don't like that, but no turnovers for the Camdenton Lakers, and that certainly helped them build this 24-point lead that they enjoy here at halftime. And as you so alertly pointed out, they'll get the ball to start the second half, and they can really maybe put this one in the bag to start the second half. Let's take a look at the numbers. First of all, for West Plains, who came in with that very impressive 3-1 record, you know, a little tough to win here in Camdenton. Rushing totals. Now, Jones got saddled with those the fumbles. They got fumbled backwards. He had to fall on it. He takes the hit there, so he has 4 carries for -7 net yards. Wilson had a couple of nice runs, but never really was able to sustain anything. 7 carries, 35 yards. Kenslow, that one backwards pass, was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. 1 carry, 0 net yards. And Taylor, who I got a feeling we may see more of in the second half, had that 1 carry, impressively sweeping to the left and picked up 8 yards. So 13 carries for West Plains in that first half, 36 net yards, 1 fumble. The passing stats for Jones, he was 10 of 19, and he had that pick in the end zone by Edson. Wilson had 2 catches for 18 yards. Kenslow had 4 for 62. Houston had 2 for 10, and Stauffer had 1 very nice catch, but 2 for 9 total. So 36 yards rushing for West Plains, 99 through the air, 135 net from scrimmage, 4 penalties, 20 yards, and they had 2 turnovers, 1 of each.
That's as cool as the other side of the pillow, the way you ring those off. And before you ring off Camdenton stats, I wanted to allude to, you mentioned the fumble, but there was like 3 or 4 that they were fortunate that Jones hopped on, and that's why he had those negative yardage. But that's something we have to look at in the second half. Can they clean up those botched fumbles? We saw 3 or 4 times it hit the dirt. Only once did it cause a turnover, but it halted those drives every time that happened.
It did, but those were early.
Yeah,
those were early, so that's the kind of thing usually you can make an adjustment to. Camdenton, again, they played a clean first half with no turnovers. 6 penalties, 55 yards. You don't like that.
Yeah.
They were able to overcome a lot of those. Seek had 4 carries, 26 yards, getting all those in the second quarter. Scrambling, Cade Durnan, 5 for 42, 4 to good first half, 7 for 58, and Edson 1 carry there very late in the second quarter for 7 yards. How about balance? That's what Camdenton's got. 17 carries, 133 yards in the first half. Passing stats for Cade Durnan. Well, he was 12 of 18. I may not have gotten all the incomplete passes, but 12 of 18. The catches went to Carson Durnan, and a couple of misses he'll probably hear about. 2 for 16 yards. Borby had 1 for 5. Ford 1 for 9. Shepard had a touchdown catch, and a pretty one too. Had 4 for 44. 3 for 44 to Edson, and Bowen coming in late and got 1 catch for 12 yards. So 133 rushing, 130 through the air, 263 net from scrimmage for the Lakers. Again, no turnovers, but 6 penalties for 55 yards.
Yeah, I guess I did not realize that their penalties had stacked up, but on those last couple of drives, they did start to stack up. And if you ask head coach Park Pitts, if I said, was that a perfect first half, that's the first thing he's going to allude to is costly penalties. And luckily for Camdenton, they've got the lead tonight, so they haven't come back to haunt them. But down the stretch against Lebanon or in the district playoffs, 6 penalties for 55 yards is a big number in one half of football.
Yeah, it is. It's a big number actually for a whole football game too. So that's definitely something you want to clean up. But I think a lot of it, well, one, we didn't know what some of the penalties were. I mean, I never saw the signal, but most of them were, let's say, exuberant penalties, where a kid's trying to get that extra block or really trying to protect his quarterback. Yeah, you don't like that, but then it's just not, doing something stupid out in the middle of the field away from anybody or like tackling somebody behind a running play where the guy has no chance of being in on the defensive play. They were at point of the attack type penalties, and I think maybe you can live with that a little bit more. I mean, we didn't see a lot of false starts, which to me is a lack of focus. So, I mean, you take the good with the bad sometimes.
What I look for Camdenton to do is they're going to get this football first, as we've said. I look for them to run the football. They had a lot of success running the football with Ford. I mean, heck, 7 for 58. I'm no math major. That's about a little over 8 yards a carry. And if they do that, that's going to continue to open up those deep shots. And so I think Camdenton's going to come out, run the football, and take some shots. I wouldn't be surprised to see them rack up those yardage on the ground. You might even see Borby with some carries. You might see Seats with a handful of carries. But then they're going to look to take some shots and put this team away. When they get the football first, I wouldn't be surprised to see them come out and take a shot.
And you think it'd go to Carson?
Well, at this point in time,
I think he owes him one, doesn't he?
Brother-to-brother combo is so weird because we've seen it before at this level, and we saw it, these brothers Durnan, there's 3 of them. They've played together for the last handful of years. But what's funny is Carson Durnan, he's really the touchdown guy. But you've got 3 other guys who are putting up crazy numbers at receiver. And Shepard's the one with the touchdown tonight. He comes in averaging over 110 yards receiving a game, and he's well on his way. How many did Shepard have in the first half?
He had 44 yards on 4 catches, and Edson also 44 yards on 3 catches. Both had receiving touchdowns.
How about that for symmetry? About last week, we had 2 touchdowns to, it was John Kimmery for the Indians. Both were 44 yards, ironically enough. And then again, 44 yards for both players.
Thanks to some people helping me out with scores tonight. Up at School de Osage, it's 10-7. A late field goal by California has them up 3 on School de Osage. And Versailles has come back. I was told it's kind of a sloppy game at this point, but they're tied with Colcamp at the half, 12-12. I haven't got a halftime score for Eldon and Hallsville as of yet, but Hallsville had jumped out early in that game.
Well, how about those teams coming back a little bit? And for Osage and California, that's a big one for the Tri-County. Osage started 0-3 and got that big one at Eldon last week, but California started 2-0, and they've dropped consecutive games. Both of those teams desperately need that one.
They certainly do. And you look at Osage in Class 4. I mean, you remember years ago, maybe it's been so long since I've been in school, maybe they don't do this, but they used to have this thing, what doesn't belong in this set? And you think Van Horn, Warrensburg, I mean, some big schools there, Jefferson City, and School de Osage.
Right.
And so you do not want to be at the bottom of that district because you're going to play Jeff City or some big school. Well, you're going to play a big school, whoever you play in districts in the first round. But you don't want to be at the bottom and be on the road and play a Jeff City or somebody like that. Pleasant Hill is in that district as well. Wow. That's tough.
Interesting. So we'll continue to keep you guys posted on the scores around the Lake area tonight. While we have a couple of minutes before we kick off our second half, I want to give a shout out to the Lake TV football crew so far this year, just doing a great job. Of course, Andrew Evans is switching in the truck, really our executive producer, director on this whole broadcast, comes in and sets up. We've also got a lot of help in the truck with him. We got Megan Albers, who is our digital media specialist. She's on the instant replay machine. Sierra Smith runs graphics from the truck. We've got Maddie, who's an intern shadowing tonight in the truck, and then running camera, which is tough. You got Sean Kober on the field, who does a phenomenal job and took a shot last week.
I asked him about that, and he goes, it wasn't that big a deal, man. I thought he had blown an ACL or something like that when he got his legs cut out from underneath him.
And he was right back at it. I thought we might be without his camera for the rest of the night. I was concerned about his health, his safety. He was right back at it, so love that. Also, David Leatherberry, the top angle camera operator, doing a great job. And then we've got some other help. We've got Spencer Wall, who does our highlight videos, gets great shots, does a great job of putting that together every week. And of course, Robbie Brewer, who's joined our team, he puts some great stuff together as well. And of course, before you say anything, I gotta allude to the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell, who rounds up our crew with me here in the booth, and we've had a lot of fun so far this year.
Yeah, and everybody's been really good. Hey, I'm the new guy. I said, if I'm doing something wrong, somebody tell me, okay? Because this is new to me. I worked in radio for a long time. You can see why. It was a little safer that way for me. Hey, I'm going to change the subject, okay? Let's talk about the district. Do we have time for that?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, let's start with Eldon. Eldon right now. Have I got the wrong sheets here? I think I may have the wrong sheets. Oh, well. But Eldon, I believe, was very high up in their district. I can look around here for these if you want to carry me for a second. I've got it right here. I got it right here.
So he's got the district seating, which is important because this determines who plays who where.
All right, Eldon's in Class 3 of District 5. I picked up the wrong sheet. Ava's been, man, they've been good for a long, long time. Eldon right now is number 2 in the district behind Ava. So if the season had ended last week, just to give you an example, Eldon would play Salem in Eldon because Salem's 0-4. They're at the bottom. Ava right now is the number 1 team at 4-0, would get the first round bye. But Eldon's got a tough slate of games coming up. Let's go to Versailles now. Versailles is number 5 in their district with a 1-3 record. They're in Class 2, District 3. They're playing Colcamp tonight. If the season had ended last week, they'd be playing Colcamp again in the opening round of district. It would be at Colcamp. That's how big this game is tonight for Versailles. If it stays relatively the same, then they've got the tiebreaker over Colcamp, and the game would be in Versailles.
Should they win that game
Should they win,
tonight,
if
yeah.
Versailles wins tonight. Osage kind of in the same boat. They're the 4 or 5 school with a 1-3 record. They right now would go to Warrensburg and play. They're at 2-2. So again, a big win for them if they can get past California tonight. And Camdenton in the driver's seat, well on their way to going 4-1. Helias has played probably a little tough schedule than they have. This is District 5 of Class 5, going all the way up into Class 5. Helias is number 1 at 3-1. Camdenton 3-1. Cap City's 3-1. Right now, Camdenton would play Rolla, who's at the bottom. It's a 2-7 game with Helias getting the first round bye. And you know what Camdenton did to Rolla in their first game of the year.
Yeah, and of course, a lot of football still to be played from the rest of tonight in week 6 through 9. But you start looking at that, and it is weird now that you have those 7-team districts. Somebody gets a bye, which is weird, especially when you think about this. Statistical matters. If your team, you're chasing a record, which I know people don't care about like I do, but you get that game taken away from you. If you're the 1 seed, I don't know how much I would love that, but
Coach
you don't mind
care.
resting up and letting your guys heal. So as we get ready for our second half, Camdenton is going to receive. We're going to take a quick commercial break as we conclude tonight's Millard Family Chapel's halftime show and look forward to seeing you after this.
Sometimes we take things for granted, but it truly is the little things in life that make a big difference and give us our best memories. At Millard Family Chapels, we honor and celebrate those cherished memories, no matter how small, because we know it's those special moments that mean the most to the families we serve.
At Millard Family Chapels, we believe that every day is a gift, and so is every life.
Take time to enjoy it.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Laurie. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Being a successful Laker athlete takes hard work, discipline, and teamwork, much like our work here at Polylift Boat Lifts. If you envision your team being the best, you will be the best. The effort you put into building your team and working together as one unit always pays off. And remember, Lakers, who's got it better than us? Congratulations to all the Laker athletes from all of us at Polylift Boat Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
Your furry friends are more than pets, they're family. And at our veterinary, we understand that. With multiple locations, we can service your pets when and where you need it. Our team of professionals offer routine wellness, orthopedic care from broken bones to joint repair, and even emergency services. We are ready to welcome your pet to our family with medical or preventative care. Our veterinary, with 6 convenient locations, the team providing exceptional care for your pet when and where you need it.
Live high school football on Lake TV is presented by Polylift Boat Lifts and brought to you by Central Ozarks Medical Center, Millard Family Chapels, Slumberland at the Lake, Crown Power and Equipment, Show Me Zero from MoDOT, Sir Dyke Yamaha, Cool Breeze Marine, our veterinary, Lake Ozark Real Estate, Jonathan Hartenstein, Owner Associate, Ozark Homes, Beck Wellness Center, and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
Welcome you back here on Lake TV as we get ready for our second half of play. Camdenton set to receive, and I'm William Holtz, joined by the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell. And Mike, you have a score update?
I do, and our thanks to Jennifer Hess and sending in the scores for Eldon. 28-16, Hallsville leading Eldon at the half. Hallsville comes in at 3-1. They're 1 loss to their huge rival that's 10 miles up the road. And that's got to be a tough loss for them to take. But Centralia gave them their only loss, and they're up by 12 on Eldon, so that's still very much a ball game.
How about Eldon? They were down a couple of scores early and have kind of hung with them. But I tell you, any team coached by Justin Conyers, you know, is going to put it all out on the field every time. Of course, we had that game in 2014, his first year at Battle. They won a state championship in their first year. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Well, I want to also thank, since I mentioned Jennifer Hess, Jessica Allison for giving us for sales scores, and Allison Schneider for helping us out with School of the Osage.
Awesome. Appreciate you guys. And as we start our second half, it's Kyle Edson on the return. He is waylaid, but not until he's up to the 33-yard line. And, you know, Blake Ford had such a nice first half, and when we don't have the Laker game, since we're thanking our score providers, his older brother Brady Ford always keeps us updated with Camdenton scores, so a shout out to Brady Ford, who was a great Laker in his own right a handful of years ago, and now a very well-established real estate agent here at the Lake area. So Camdenton gets it to start the second half, up 24-0. Great first half statistically for the Lakers on offense, and they'll go empty backfield. Ford in motion. Little option. Read option. Quick hitter to Carson Durnan, who's going to be swung out close to a horse collar,
wasn't it? Yeah. Official was standing right there next to it, so obviously it wasn't, but looked like it from here. It possibly could have been.
The only thing I can think, maybe he got the back of his jersey on the tackle. He's got such long arms. Oh, yeah, grabbed his shoulder, but it sure looked like a horse collar. Ford now on the quick hitter outside. Great blocking by Borbe once again, and it is a nice run after the catch by Blake Ford. It's a Beck Wellness Center first down, and again, Owen Borbe did a great block on his defender to spring forward for the big gainer.
Yeah, that rule in high school and in college where you can have blockers blocking downfield as long as the pass is completed behind the line of scrimmage. So they take advantage of that, especially with the spread offense. It just sets up perfectly for that.
Now empty backfield once again for the Lakers. Trip wide receiver, bottom of your screen. Ford in motion, gets the handoff right up the gut, and he's going to be swung forward for a gain of 6.
Yeah, maybe. Good gain there. You always love the running play on first down. The only problem I have with that play is Ford swinging in from the wing. I think it's really hard to have great vision up the field, but he still got 6 yards out of that, and credit the interior line for the Camdenton Lakers.
Indeed, just great blocking, and defensively that line has been strong for the Lakers as well. Play action has Carson Durnan, his brother, fights forward, and he's got a Beck Wellness Center first down up to the 39-yard line. We'll give them 5 yards and a first down. The Lakers, they're accustomed to this hurry-up offense, and for a team like West Plains, they keep trying to keep their defense fresh with these substitutions. It makes it hard to switch in guys when the offense is running this quick offense.
Yeah, it makes it impossible.
And you're tired by the time you've sprinted all the way from the sideline as a 300-pound lineman.
Camdenton picks up the blitz.
Durnan steps up and fortunate to get close to the line of scrimmage. Great blitz pickup, but too much to contain, and eventually it's a quarterback sack. Alex Judd, the junior linebacker, all-conference a season ago as a sophomore, and he gets credited with the QB sack on that play.
Oh, he had time, just nobody open downfield. Great coverage downfield by West Plains, and just Durnan just did all he could do there was get back close to the line of scrimmage.
Durnan has not taken a lot of sacks so far this season. Credit to West Plains for their coverage, as you alluded to. Michael Seitz in motion, gets the handoff, full head of steam, swings forward, and he's close to, and he's got a Beck Wellness Center first down. Nice gain, and Seitz, when he gets it in motion, I mean, he is so quick.
That's something I think we've noticed in a couple of games, is there are times that Camdenton just looks a step quicker. Nice tackle out there by Warren Lawson for the Zizzers.
And a nice job by Seitz, because he got tackled by the football. The defender grabbed it, swung him, and a nice job to secure that after his first down gain. Busted play here, but Cade Durnan goes forward and gets 6. You know it's your night when you have a busted play, Mike, and you get 6 yards on first down?
Yeah, it was zone read, and you're reading, but nobody's zoning. So he was just able to get something out of that play.
It's well put. I like that.
And great job by the right tackle out there to stay with his block and allow Durnan to pick up 6.
But you see the maturity by Durnan. He doesn't panic.
Right, exactly.
You know, so great protection here. Durnan tries to extend the play. We have an R veterinary penalty flag. Durnan now just takes it and runs out. It's going to be credited with a quarterback sack. Yeah, they're probably going to accept this penalty.
Yeah, you would think so. And I was watching downfield. It's holding on the Camdenton Lakers. So that's a spot foul too, man. That's going to be a big one. But I thought there was a couple of holds downfield. That's why nobody was open. One receiver I saw get spun around. Ooh, that's a huge penalty. Where's he running to?
Well, that's the
I'm watching the wrong guy there.
So, yeah, it's a spot foul, and the foul occurred at the 30 or the 28-yard line, 27. Penalty. So, wow. Going to bring up second down and 20 here, Mike, from the 37-yard line, and now we have another whistle.
Linesman jogging in from the near side. We'll see what he has to say here. They want to change the football, maybe? Want to have a talk?
So while we got just a moment, remind you, next week will be in Osage as Hallsville travels in, and that'll be Osage's inaugural homecoming game, and we'll have the entirety of the coronation ceremony for you live, presented by Surdike Yamaha. So now they're moving the football up, Mike. What is going on here?
I don't know.
What in the wide world of sports is going on?
I don't understand. I really don't. The spot foul was 6 yards behind the original line of scrimmage. I don't know.
Now that looks more realistic from 10 yards from where the flag was thrown at the 25-yard line. So it's at the 35, and we'll go with second down and 17, I guess.
Okay.
That took forever. Quick hitter here to Ford outside. Great blocking by Carson Durnan. Here's Blake Ford now. Gets outside and lowers his head. Has it down to the 21-yard line. 14-yard gainer. Going to bring up third down and short.
A good run there off the block of Shepard. Watch number 88 get out here.
And Durnan and Shepard, man.
Yeah, Shepard was just able to lock his man up long enough, and then
there's a quarterback draw now. That one's stuffed on third down and 3 at the 20. A 1-yard gain, but brings up fourth down and 2, Mike, from the 20-yard line. And Camdenton obviously going to go here.
Yeah, I would think so. I mean, you know that DeMott's got the range, but you want the touchdown here on the opening drive and really break this game open, get it up to 31-0.
And if you're West Plains here, an opportunity to get a stop. But Camdenton, fourth down and 2, has it at the 20-yard line. Oh, and they get the offsides. That's an our veterinary penalty flag. And honestly, I think Camdenton gets lucky because Ford made the motion when he ran by Durnan, really sold it. So you had Durnan and you had Ford in motion moving, and that's what drew the defender. That's a tough break if you ask me for Joel Wyatt.
And Ford took half a step toward the line of scrimmage too, but hey, it's only a break if you take advantage of it, right?
So inside the Lake Ozark Real Estate red zone on first down, Ford gets the give, tries to get outside. He does. Now inside the 5, lowers his head. He's got a Beck Wellness Center first down, a 12-yard gain. And it'll be first and goal, Lakers at the 3-yard line.
Yeah, I've got Ford for 90 yards on 10 carries.
Very similar to his stat line we had in week 1 against Rolla. That was just a great cut twice. It was supposed to go up the middle. He broke it outside, then back inside. And I'll tell you, Mike, the receivers for the Lakers are great blocking receivers.
Now, apparently, you better be blocking if you want to play. Spencer Mellencamp in the slot along with Ford and Edson. This is quarterback draw time. No, yes, it is.
Good call. Mike Durnan into the end zone, his 6th rushing touchdown of the night. And Mike, put your crystal ball away. You called it. The quarterback draw works to perfection and puts the Lakers up 30-0 with 7:25 left here in the third quarter. How do you defend a team like the Lakers?
I pick your poison there. I mean, you've got a spread. You've got 2 receivers stacked left. You've got trips right. I mean, you have to defend those guys because you know the quarterback can make the connection if he's given the time. But he just takes that little pump fake kind of shoulder roll, and well, that gets the linebackers off of him, and he just takes it to the end zone.
The PAT, good snap, good hold, and it's hit. Willard DeMott once again converts to 31-0 your score. Mike, let's have some fun and move the hold back to the 40 and see if we can hit it from there.
I don't know. That's pretty good poke, but he's stroking it good right now. That's for sure.
Got it, Lakes. Your Lakers lead big, 31-0 with 7:25 left in the third.
Exclusive lake luxury is hard to come by nowadays, but that's exactly what's available at the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
Whatever your lake dream, the Villages can make it a reality. Stake the claim to your lake paradise in the lake's premier luxury home development, the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
Hey everybody, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture to the Lake. This week kicks off our big fall in-home sale where we have discounts for every room of the house. We're doing special financing up to 36 months, interest-free, and we deliver the entire lake area. Come see us, Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing
back just in time for kickoff, and that one is fielded and then goes into the end zone. And
he didn't have to run that out.
Well, I don't know why they didn't let him run it out.
If the ball, the impetus of the kick, it wasn't like he knocked it backwards. The impetus of the kick, even though it went through his hands, took the ball into the end zone once the ball crosses the goal line, dead ball out to the 20.
And I believe that's a new rule here over the last couple of years, because if it used to be if it was contacted outside the end zone, you had to bring it out. Is that a newer rule, or has it always been that way?
It's been that way for a while, I think. But he made a mistake there bringing that ball out. If you were in the pros or college, yeah, you'd have stuck your team back inside the 10.
Yeah, Lance Norton, we've seen him do that a couple of times. He made a great one-handed catch earlier on the kickoff before returning it across the 30, but West Plains starts with it 1st and 10 at their own 20 after the touchback. Camdenton eats 4.5 minutes off the third quarter clock on the opening drive, capped off by a touchdown. Here's the throw, great throw, and in and out of the hands of Will Stauffer. Great pocket and great ball by Jones.
Yeah, and I mean, a good job by the offensive line. They gave him all kinds of timing to throw the ball. Stauffer came all the way across the formation and was open. The ball was there. You got to make that catch, don't you?
Yeah, I think it was a great job by Stamper in the flat. He jumped up and really obstructed the view of Stauffer, and that might be why he didn't see it. But another nice ball by Jones. Eventually, one of these players is going to have to make a play for their young quarterback. Down 31-0 here, 7:12 left in the third. It's 2nd and 10, backed up at their own 20. High snap, good field. Jones calls his own number, and guess who? Will DeMott hits him at the line of scrimmage.
Sam got him there.
Oh, sorry. Sam DeMott, Willard DeMott, the kicker, got an opportunity to meet Jeff DeMott, who you were talking about earlier, and got to be proud of his two nephews here. Is Sam this time. Great tackle. And
pretty.
We've seen it all year from Sam on all 3 of these Lakers games we've had.
Is it Balderas? He actually kind of made the play that allowed Sam to get in there pretty much untouched. He is the nose guard. He took up a lot of space. Really tight splits inside for West Plains right now.
Joshua Balderas, the senior, been a force. Now on 3rd and long, West Plains didn't like it, so they'll burn a timeout. We'll take a commercial break and be right back with this 3rd down and 10.
Visit Surdak Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
Life jacket, cooler, drink, kayak. Get everything down to the water in record time. Accelerate with Kubota's Sidekick this lake season. Visit your local Kubota Crown Power and Equipment dealership today. crown-power.com.
Missouri on Lake TV. We are live. We're your hometown Camdenton Lakers up 31-0, and the visiting West Plains Zizzers facing a 3rd down and 10. And I assure you, this is not your Ozark Homes fan cam. 3rd down and 10 now. Jones takes the snap, steps up in the pocket, throws it out and incomplete. Looking for Briggs, man. He got some contact with Kyle Edson.
I think Edson got away with a little push there in the back, but I'm not sure the ball was catchable. I don't know if that's really a factor in the non-call or not. The ball fluttered a little bit. It wouldn't have been much of a push, and I think he was out of bounds anyway.
Yeah, I think Edson may have gotten away. Regardless, 4th down and 10 at the 20. West Plains gets no positive yardage on the series. They're going to give it back to Camdenton with a big lead, that being the Lakers.
More specifically, giving it back to Mellencamp.
Good punt. That checks up at the 45 and be down there at the 46-yard line, where Lakers back out on offense, up big, 31-0, and 6:15 left here in the third quarter. Mike, an opportunity to share some upcoming content on Lake TV. Of course, airing right now. It debuted last night, Mike. Episode 12 of our LOZ featured doc series with Flower Cove. Now, if you haven't caught those 12 episodes, you can watch them on demand right now on Lake TV's Roku, Amazon Fire, or YouTube. Worth watching if you haven't seen those. So here's the first play of this series. Quick hitter to Ford, and he splits the defense. And he is still on his feet, Blake Ford, inside the 30. He may go inside the 10 to the house. From 54 yards out, Blake Ford, his second score of the night, and the third passing touchdown for Durnan. That was all Ford after the catch. Some great blocking upfield, and what a play from the senior.
Yeah, Shepard got it started, but Ford ran out some tackles, and I tell you, William, that has a lot to do with being down 31-0. You start trying to arm tackle a little bit. You do somebody like Ford, he's going to run out of an arm tackle, and well, you saw the result.
So 37-0 your score. Willard DeMott in to attempt the extra point. He's perfect tonight. The hold is good. The kick is up, and it is perfect once again. So 6 for 6 tonight on extra points, and a perfect 1-for-1 on field goal is Willard DeMott. So with 6:03 left, Mike, in the third, it's all Lakers. They lead 38-0.
Dealing with fatigue, sleepless nights, and chronic pain? Meet Dr. Beck with 40 years specializing in pain management, clinical nutrition, and board-certified in neuropathy. Boasting new techniques to the industry, including a rib adjustment only available at Beck Wellness. New specialty treatments for headaches, frozen shoulders, peripheral neuropathy, plantar fasciitis, and their brand new knee rehab. All while keeping nutrition top of mind. Call or go online today. Your healthier, happier life starts with Beck Wellness Center.
Polylift Boat Lifts is proud to present live high school football exclusively on Lake TV. At Polylift Boat Lifts, we don't just build a boat lift, we build a Polylift.
And we're back on Lake TV, where it's all Lakers tonight over West Plains. They lead 38-0 at the 6:02 mark of the third quarter. And Mike, unless something crazy changed, this would be head coach Par Pitt's 100th career win as a head coach, and that's a pretty big number when you only play 9 to 11 games a season.
Yeah, it is, and an impressive win over what you thought was a pretty solid team.
The kick fielded inside the 10.
Blocking them back. You got to call that. Thank you.
And they do. Laundry all over the field and bodies flying.
Norton on the return there, but blatant. Well, if I saw it, you know that it's bad.
So as they mark off this our veterinary penalty flag, also wanted to let you know that you can catch this week's Central Ozarks Medical Center Lake Area High School Football Coaches Show every single week. Every Monday, our very own Chris Schneider sits down with Camdenton coach Par Pitts and Osage head coach Shannon Jolly to recap the Friday night matchup from the week before and look ahead to their upcoming matchup. Always fun to catch up with them. And then, of course, we told you next Friday, Mike, will be in Osage. I'm interested to see who ends up winning that California Osage game. And speaking of Osage, on this week's Community Spotlight show, we've got Osage Activities Director Tom Gwynn sits down with Chris Schneider, and a lot, man, that guy's got a rich history, and it is a great conversation he has. Don't miss that, airing now through next Tuesday. So 1st down and 10. West Plains has it at the 11. First down handoff, and not a whole lot doing for West Plain ball carrier Lance Norton, the senior. We've called his name all night tonight. we haven't seen a whole lot of. West Plains starting running back tonight.
Wilson, he was a factor early on, but he has not touched the ball here in the second half. Of course,
Dawson Howell, a name I thought we would call more and hear more. Big number 44. He's really a fullback, but he had a lot of carries, a lot of yards coming in tonight. But West Plains, they've probably had to go away from that game plan, Mike. Down big like this, you start having to think a little differently.
I think that was an illegal formation, but no call. Big running room. Alan Norton just tripped up.
So Norton, a nice carry. It's a Beck Wellness Center first down up to the 24-yard line. Fresh set of downs for West Plains. And if you look at what West Plains has coming up, they're going to be at home next Friday against Kickapoo. We know how good that team is. And if that's not a little intimidating, then they travel week 7 to Lebanon, Mike. So
that's a tough stretch of games there, isn't it?
Yeah, Camdenton, Kickapoo, and Lebanon, with 2 of those being on the road, that's real tough. So first down and 10, ball's the 24.
Camdenton's going to give up all the running plays they want to take.
And on first down, a nice effort. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Jackson Taylor gets his first carry of the night.
Yeah, you mentioned we might see more of him here in this second half. I think he caught one in the first half. Or maybe that was a Laker that I was.
Yeah, you were thinking of, well, we were actually thinking of Chase Larson, I believe it was.
Okay. So on second down and 5, after the positive gainer, your clock continues to run. Just 3:30 left in the third quarter. Camdenton's owned the third. They've scored 2 touchdowns, and obviously nothing for West Plains. West Plains letting a lot of time. They're in no hurry, are they?
And there's, boy, the play action. You set it up with 3 successful runs, and then you can't get the catch. The ball just a little bit behind Houston.
And thrown so hard for 8 yards. You know, you want to be deliberate. You want to make a good throw, but if it is behind your target, it's got to be a little softer so you can make a play. Third down and 5 now for West Plains. And now the Camdenton fans going to make some noise here as we wind down on the third quarter. But yeah, West Plains in no hurry, Mike. I was letting that clock dwindle down. Kind of surprising. The play clock's been under 5 for every play this drive. Nice third down conversion. He's got Briggs Houston up to the 37-yard line. It's a Beck Wellness Center first down, and now you get an opportunity to see that big frame, that target. He flashes it at his quarterback Jones, and Jones delivers a strike. So another fresh set of downs for West Plains. But are you surprised they're running this slow developing?
No, I don't know. I just want to hold the score down. On that play, same pattern there by Houston, but they just didn't do the play action. He just was able to get inside leverage and get the catch.
Pressured and nailed is the quarterback, and the defense all over. Kinslow, he gets the reception, only has a couple of yards, and big number 99 met the quarterback in the backfield. You'll get a look at it here. That's Frankie Valladolid, and man, he nails the quarterback.
It was clean. Took some guts for him to get rid of that ball and get it to his receiver and at least get a little bit of yardage out of it.
Second down and 7. Just shy of the 40 is the ball, and Jones continues to look towards the sideline and get his play call. He's trying to convey it, but inside 5 seconds here on the play clock. Quick hitter. He has his target in a little bit of daylight, but that was a dangerous pass. Very nearly knocked out of the air. So about 5 or 6 yards. Going to bring up fourth down and 3 or 4.
That's 3 in a row completed here, but they're going to go quickly on 3rd and 4.
No, they're going to say, is this 4th down?
3rd and 4.
Because I thought the last play was 3rd and 8, but up and under. Taking a shot now down the field, and Carson Durnan with the coverage on Briggs Houston, and that falls incomplete. And so that now brings up 4th down and 4.
That's just outstanding coverage down there. He played the ball all the way. Yeah, there's a little contact down there, but you're playing the ball. No problem at all.
See the size difference between Carson Durnin and Briggs Houston? I mean, Durnin, he's listed at 6'4". There's no way that he's 6'4". When he stands next to Houston, that is a big body. So after the third quarter concludes, it's all Lakers, 38-0, our commercial break, presented by our veterinary.
At COMC, your health is our mission. Central Ozarks Medical Center offers 3 OBGYNs at the Osage Beach Clinic and 2 pediatricians with same-day appointments available. At COMC, our doors are open to everyone with 5 primary care locations conveniently located across the Ozarks. COMC for the best medical, dental, and behavioral health care. Get more info on how COMC can help you at centralozarks.org. COMC, where your health is our mission. Our veterinary is the proud official veterinary of Lake TV. For every 5 penalty flags during tonight's game, our veterinary will donate a free spay or neuter to Ozarks Cat and Canine. Another reminder that the best way to prevent more stray dogs and cats in your lake neighborhood is to get your pet spayed or neutered.
We welcome you back to Lake TV's Game of the Week. Live high school football on Lake TV presented by Pauly Lift Boat Lifts. And right now, all Lakers up big in the 4th down and 4 for West Plains. Here's a throw into the flat, looking for Briggs Houston, and no connection. And so the Lakers force a turnover on downs. And for a defensive unit, I know that late in the game or in the second half, those scores don't mean a lot. But for a defensive team or a defensive coordinator, pitching a shutout's a huge deal, especially when you're in the Ozark Conference playing a team like the 3-1 West Plains Scissors. This is impressive, Mike.
It is on every facet. I'm so impressed with how Camdenton plays such responsible football. I mean, they make good blocks. Their positioning on the blocks is very good. They run very crisp routes. Their defense has obviously studied very closely what they were going to be facing tonight.
Quick hitter, it's Owen Borbe with the bubble screen to the outside, pretty well contained. No gain on the play, and we've seen that work perfection. So 2nd down and 10. Another completion for Durnin, though, if nothing else.
Yeah, he's 5 for 5 here in the second half, and for the game, 17 for 23.
Adds to a very impressive senior campaign thus far. Seats takes the handoff, a very near turnover, and Michael Seats, an impressive gain. We're used to saying that. We'll give him 7 yards as he makes his way inside the 40.
Yeah, his wheels started spinning a little bit there for a second, but he was able to regain his balance and get a good gain there on 2nd down. 3rd and 3.
3rd down and short. If you're wondering who Camdenton has next week, they'll be at Bolivar to play the Liberators, Mike. And Bolivar, 3-1 right now, has a really good team this year.
And West Plains played them like 42-38. The first game of the year.
Quick hitter, and oh, he's got his target. Carson Durnin off to the races, to the house, touchdown. There is an our veterinary penalty flag at the 36-yard line. As it stands right now, it's a 38-yard touchdown from Durnin to Durnin. Would be his 4th touchdown pass of the night for Cade Durnin, but this one may be coming back.
Yeah, it's starting to look that way. Procedure called on Camdenton. That's a shame. Wipes out the 38-yard touchdown reception and run.
Yeah, that was a really good strike. You saw Briggs Houston had jumped up. It went right through his arms. I didn't see. Of course, by that time, Carson Durnin off to the races, but it's off the board on the our veterinary penalty flag. They get it for procedure, which I guess is not a dead ball foul.
They didn't catch it. I'm not sure why the clock's not running here, though.
Oh, now it's back to running. So your mercy clock rule in the 4th quarter is a 35-point lead. And right now, Camdenton up 38-0. 9:50 left in the game. Pass has his man Kyle Etzen wide open, makes the guy miss. Still on his feet inside the 20, and he will score from 43 yards out. Kyle Etzen for the second time tonight. This one, the more impressive of the two. That's the 4th touchdown pass for Cade Durnan, and what a night for the senior Kyle Edson, Mike.
Yeah, 2 catches, 96 yards here in the second half, so that would give him 5 catches for 140 on the night.
Not to mention an interception on the night.
Yeah, just doing pretty much whatever they want to do here. That is Camdenton.
And a 54-yard punt for Edson. Yeah, he's had a nice night, and here's the extra point attempt. Good snap, good hold. The kick from Willard DeMott. Man, he's got a leg, it's true. And your score with 9:38 left in the game. Camdenton out in front 45-0.
Lake of the Ozarks is the boating capital in Missouri. Did you know that your prop is the most important part of your boat? With over 30 years of propeller repair at Lake of the Ozarks, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, is the choice for you. The most advanced in propeller repair and scanning, Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialist, can help you boat smarter, go further, and last longer on beautiful Lake of the Ozarks. Got props? We do at Cool Breeze Marine, the prop specialists.
Back here, and we get a look at Kyle Edson, the senior, and Mike, you alluded to already over 100 yards, 2 catches for 96 yards, 2 touchdowns tonight. And when I look at his numbers coming into tonight's game, Edson had 2 touchdown scores. He's doubled his season total tonight, plus an interception. And you can see Carson Durnan and his teammates, they love it for him. And we still know Carson's saying something to Kate at breakfast in the morning, if not sooner.
Edson with a big game here. Made maybe a little bit of a mental mistake once or twice in the game. Man, DeMott's feeling it, isn't he?
That one is inside the 10. Look out. Oh, that one could be trouble. DeMott cleans it up inside the 10-yard line, and that's actually number 16.
Sylvester, I think, actually on special teams. That's one thing you got to love about Camdenton. They've got some kids who are playing special teams and really contributing, and that allows you to have some of your starters over on the sideline. You can coach them up a little bit.
Yeah, that's the senior. You said it. Wyatt Sylvester, and we called his name week 3 on special teams and week 1. So you love to see that. Another young man we've called his name tonight, Paul Hoff. He's had a nice play on special teams. And you're right, Mike, when you have names that you're not calling an offense and defense that are regular players on special teams, you're deep. I mean, it allows you to overcome injury, heaven forbid a suspension or whatever would happen. And Camdenton is deep this year. You can see it.
Yeah, take pride in what you're doing, even if it is special teams.
First down pass, low and hard, falls incomplete. Defended well by Carson Durnan. And, you know, the defense for Camdenton, the Stars, they're great players in offense. They get a lot of attention. But I'm telling you, this secondary and this line, as well as the linebackers, you almost are as impressed by Camdenton defensively as you are by them on offense.
Yeah, they've done everything well here tonight, obviously, with this score.
I mean, coming in, West Plains was putting up 36.5 points a game, Mike, and it wasn't like they weren't playing anybody. What a tackle on the outside. Braden Shepard has Ryan Kenslow, the senior, quick hitter, but closed on quickly. Braden Shepard, and again, Braden Shepard, the cornerback position. Great play, and Camdenton sound tackling as we are now inside 8 minutes to play. All Lakers, and not only do the Lakers have Bolivar on the road next week, then they're going to be home again against Hillcrest before they travel to Lebanon in week 8. Here's the quick hitter to Kenslow, and you can see the mental errors.
Lack of focus. That's all it is. You get down this big, it's, you know, it's focus to me is the biggest overlooked factor in games. I mean, how many times have you seen a closer in baseball come into a game and he hasn't pitched in a week and you just want to get him some work, and a guy with like a 1.5 ERA comes in and gets lit up? Lack of focus. High center snap.
Oh, Jones makes a great play and fortunate to get the punt off, and you're right, as that takes a Camdenton bounced down at the 40, but you're absolutely right, and that's what we're starting to see is once that game gets out of reach, you start trying to, as you said, the one-arm tackle, start looking upfield, assuming the catch, and the mental lapses have started to stack up for West Plains. But hey, don't take anything away from this all-out performance by these Camdenton Lakers.
Yeah, this has been impressive, no doubt about that. Again, as we mentioned, they played Bolivar in week 1 and lost 42-38. So that's got to catch your attention a little bit. We do have an update, and it's a big game for Colcamp and Versailles. Colcamp through 3 quarters, 18-12 with a lead. Versailles, of course, lost a tough one last week to El Dorado Springs.
Would go for an Allison to Murdoch score right about now as Camdenton now calls their timeout with 6 minutes to go in the game. Now the clock is continuing to run, but it should stop at the 6-minute mark. So we'll take a commercial break and be back with the final 6 minutes of this one. Lakers out in control. They lead 45-0.
It's time for a new home, and your solution is Ozark Homes under the water tower in Lori. Your home is and should be your safe place. At Ozark Homes, we take your dream and make it a reality while staying within your budget. With real estate and construction prices at an all-time high, let Ozark Homes stretch your dollar. We have many customizable options, including kitchens, bathrooms, fireplaces. We even offer a second-level option. Quotes are always free, so give us a call or stop by today. Ozark Homes, making homeowners' dreams a reality for over 30 years.
Bail more, lift more, load more, pull more, do more with Kubota. Crown Power and Equipment, your local Kubota dealer. Dig a real machine, the brand new Kubota SVL 97 compact track loader. Visit us to learn more at crown-power.com.
Back here on Lake TV, and we see a new unit in for the Lakers. We've got some new names to announce. First, the backup quarterback, Quentin Knipp. The sophomore in there takes the snap and the handoff up the middle. That's number 22, Carter Butts. The sophomore with a 3-yard gain. And so, Mike, you get to see some of these younger players and what Camdenton's been able to do, what we've talked about, how you build the program. These younger kids in grade school, in middle school, they come and they say, one day I want to be part of that tradition.
Sure you do.
And so for these young underclassmen, getting this time on the field, it's invaluable. You get to say, hey, I was on TV. You saw my name in the newspaper. I mean, these are big moments. And for Camdenton, always a good sign when you have this many players and can put a second unit out there. So again, Quentin Knipp, the sophomore, in at quarterback. Carter Butts in there in the backfield with him. Butts gets the carry up the middle, runs into a wall, but then a second effort and push from the line catapults him up towards the 32-yard line for a nice gainer on second down.
Yeah, just good effort. The line kept getting a good push. So Butts 2 carries for 7 yards here in the fourth quarter. You call it, you can say garbage time all you want, but this is big minutes. Big minutes for these kids to get out here in a varsity game and maybe have a little success against a 3-1 team like West Plains. And we don't know West Plains roster probably well enough to know how many kids they've subbed out here, but success is success. I don't care who you're playing against.
You are right, my friend. And Camdenton well on their way to a 4-1 start, which will be the
delay game,
100th career win. And as you said, an art veterinary penalty flag, a delay a game against the Lakers. And you got the sophomore in there. Coach Parr Pitt's going to talk to him a little bit. And for Camdenton, a very near perfect night. Like we said, you might clean up a couple of the penalties. You did have a lapse in judgment maybe earlier by Kyle Edson. You hate to even say that with the night he's had. But
3 touchdowns. After
the punt that didn't go, he did have the interception.
Right.
And I still can't forget about a 54-yard punt. Of course, a great hop, but 54-yard punt's a 54-yard punt, baby.
Yeah, and they were paddling uphill all night and have to start that deep in their own territory. Here's Butts. Oh, no, check out. We got another running back in.
And it might have been 32
it was.
The whole time. Brady Mills, the junior, out there. So Mills with the carry. I apologize. The impressive-looking junior, standing 6 foot tall, weighing in at 175. That long frame.
Yeah, good gain there.
So going to bring up. It would have been 3rd and short. The delay of game backed him up. So now they're facing a 4th down and 8. 38-45. Love to see a 55-yard attempt here for Willard DeMott, maybe, huh?
No, no. That would be blatant rubbing your nose in it, don't you think?
After a 5-yard delay of game penalty, it presumably puts him out of field goal reach.
May have another one here. Now they got it away just in time.
That would be a page out of Elijah Drinkowitz's book. Here's taking a shot, had a man, and incomplete. Now we do have an our veterinary penalty flag. And Mike, I feel like the defender didn't want to hurt the quarterback. You know, I feel like he came at him like he was going to sack him and then let up for whatever reason.
Penalties on Camdenton. It will be refused. The ball turned over on downs. The official emphatically waving his arm, run the clock. So.
Yeah, and they're not. 2:50 left. Camdenton in control here. Another outstanding night.
I guess the change of possession here stops it, maybe. I don't know.
So if we look at it, unofficial, but I have Durnan 4 touchdown passes, a touchdown run. Moves his total to 25 total scores for the night. Edson 3 of those.
He was 6 for 6 in the second half. 2 touchdowns.
Outstanding overall night for these Lakers, trying to hold on to the shutout. First down carry, big gainer, and still on his feet, up across midfield, down to the 46-yard line.
Sean Hasker.
About 16 yards on the carry, and it's a good one for the Zizzers.
That's Taylor, who we saw look pretty sharp in that one carry in the first half for West Plains. Went 8 yards. It's his second here in the second half.
Approaching the 2-minute mark. There's no 2-minute warning at the high school level, and it's a new quarterback in there now for West Plains I didn't notice. And the first down carry, and a great piece of tackling out in the flat. Levi Lehman, the junior, with the stop, and it's Ethan Miller, the sophomore, in there at quarterback for West Plains.
Okay. Is it 16? That's actually, yeah, Ethan Miller. I was looking at Stetson. I was enamored with the guy above him, Stetson Fox. What a great name.
Yeah, that's a baller's name right there, Stetson Fox.
You bet.
2 powerful names. Second down and 9. Miller takes the snap, hands it off to the tailback, who runs into his own guy, and a nice run for Taylor, bounces it outside. Looked like a big play developing, but a nice stop defensively for the Lakers. LeBron Murrell, the junior, with the stop.
Yeah, he hustled from behind to track that play down from behind. Looked like Taylor was going to get to the corner, pick up significant yardage, but he was dropped after a short game.
Just 1 minute left in tonight's game. Camdenton on their way to a 4-1 start following tonight's contest. We'll have a short commercial break and be back with our Slumberland at the Lake post-game show. I'll be down on the field with Coach Parr Pitts right after his 100th career win. Here's the third down throw, and in and out of the hands of the intended target. Falls incomplete. So 4th down and 5. And with that, Mike, I sign off from the booth and head down to the field. Take it away, partner.
Thank you very much. 4th and short 5, long 4. Take your pick for the West Plains Scissors, and they'll keep their offense out on the field, it looks like. Ethan Miller, the sophomore, 5'8", 147, will try to keep this drive alive. Clock running. We're down to 20 seconds left in this contest. Camdenton, a quick switch out there defensively. Long count here. I don't know if they're going to get this away or not. They do. Back to pass, flushed out of the pocket. And what a fitting into this game. The quarterback is sacked for a loss of 6 yards. And that's how this game will come to a close. 100 wins for the career of Coach Pitts. 100 wins even, a big, big number. His team celebrating around him. But Camdenton gets the win. They go to an impressive 4-1. And West Plains falls to 3-2 on the season. William will be back with interviews down on the field. A quick wrap down there. Right here on Lake TV.
Being a successful Laker athlete takes hard work, discipline, and teamwork, much like our work here at Polylift Boat Lifts. If you envision your team being the best, you will be the best. The effort you put into building your team and working together as one unit always pays off. And remember, Lakers, who's got it better than us? Congratulations to all the Laker athletes from all of us at Polylift Boat Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts.
Live high school football on Lake TV is presented by Polylift Boat Lifts and brought to you by Central Ozarks Medical Center, Millard Family Chapels, Slumberland at the Lake, Crown Power and Equipment, Show Me Zero from MoDOT, Sir Dyke Yamaha, Cool Breeze Marine, Our Veterinary, Lake Ozark Real Estate, Jonathan Hartenstein, Owner Associate, Ozark Homes, Beck Wellness Center, and the Missouri State High School Activities Association. Next week is homecoming week at Osage, so join Lake TV next Friday night for a homecoming showdown between Osage and Hallsville, Indians against Indians. Both teams made it all the way to their district championship last year, but Osage won the regular season showdown. Who's going to walk away with a win this year? It all starts with a COMC pregame show at 6:30, kickoff at 7. Join us for the homecoming fun next Friday night. Osage and Hallsville on Lake TV.
Being a successful Laker athlete takes hard work, discipline, and teamwork, much like our work here at Polylift Boat Lifts. If you envision your team being the best, you will be the best. The effort you put into building your team and working together as one unit always pays off. And remember, Lakers, who's got it better than us? Congratulations to all the Laker athletes from all of us at Polylift Boat Lifts.
We don't just build boat lifts, we build poly lifts.
Exclusive lake luxury is hard to come by nowadays, but that's exactly what's available at the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
Whatever your lake dream, the Villages can make it a reality. Stake the claim to your lake paradise in the lake's premier luxury home development, the Villages at Shawnee Bend.
Visit Sir Dyke Yamaha at Lake of the Ozarks, 50 years strong.
Hey everybody, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture to the Lake. This week kicks off our big fall in-home sale where we have discounts for every room of the house. We're doing special financing up to 36 months, interest-free, and we deliver the entire lake area. Come see us, Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
It's time for the Slumberland Furniture postgame show. At Slumberland Furniture at the Lake, they are bringing happy home. Now back to William Holtz and Mike Bissell.
Here with head coach for the Camdenton Lakers, back on our Slumberland at the Lake postgame show. And coach, couldn't have drawn it up any better. At home, 45-0 over a very good West Plains team. How's it feel for number 100?
You know, it's great. I'm so proud of the way our kids played and they prepared all week. That's probably the hardest thing to do, is prepare for a quality opponent and then go out and execute in all three phases. And I just did an amazing job.
Now, I got to witness a really special moment. A lot of people may not realize your son on your staff, incredible player here for the Laker, Parker Pitts. He just said to your boys, he said, hey, my dad came here to give up being a head coach to be an assistant when I was playing, and he gets his moment to have your 100th win at Bob Shore Stadium with your son on the sideline as an assistant coach. You deserve to take this in. Tell us, what does it mean, man?
You know, I'm so blessed to have him be able to coach with us. Got to coach him here, and you know, he wore my number, he played my position, all that stuff. It was an amazing experience. Tonight was super special. You know, he's done a great job of coaching himself, and you know, it kind of made me tear up a little bit. You know, I love Laker football. That's why I'm here. I'm an old man and just trying to coach a little football.
Coach, if I would have told you coming in 2 3-1 teams, Ozark Conference always tough, that your team was going to win 45-0, would you believe that?
No, I wasn't predicting that score. You know, I felt like we had some advantages, but just to be able to go out there and really control the game from the beginning, you know, really it was our game, and so I was so happy. I knew our guys could do that, but we just had to continue to focus and continue. I know that's super boring, but I'm like, we're the same guys every day. We're not ever going to back off. We're going to continue to go and get better because we want to keep going. You know, we want to keep winning as we go through, and so that's our approach. And it worked tonight.
Man, I want to tell you congratulations, not just on the 100th career win, which a lot of high school coaches coach a lot of years and never hit that mark. You're awful young to be there, and you're here where you belong to do it. 4-1 is really impressive in this conference. Congratulations, Coach.
Appreciate it.
Absolutely. All right, now as we direct our attention to tonight's Show Me Zero player of the game, the senior Kyle Edson. Man, you've had a big year already, but coming into tonight, 140 yards receiving, 3 touchdowns, a big interception, and you had a 54-yard punt. How'd it feel, brother?
I felt really good. You know, by the end of the week, it's just we're going on to go be 1-0, like Coach says. And like when we get out here on Friday, we just try our best to get our teammates open and everything.
Tell you what, just an incredible performance. I want to find out, when you're part of such a gifted wide receiver duo like you guys, what's it like when it's not your night? Because tonight it was your night, but how do you keep going when it's not your night?
You know, like Coach tells me all the time, he's like, just do your job and get other people open. So tonight was all my other receivers did their job, got me open, and I had my night.
All right, you're our MoDOT Show Me Zero player of the game. Something I've picked up on, Kyle, is how much this team loves their head coach. How special is it for you guys to not only get his 100th win, get it in this fashion at this place?
I definitely wasn't expecting 45-0, but definitely exciting for Coach Pitts. You know, that's a big win, especially a 100th win. But yeah, but by the what he'll say at the end of the week, he said it's just we're going to be 1-0. He's excited about the 100th win, but I guarantee next week he's just going to pass it on by.
All right, so your Lakers sit at 4-1 at the halfway point of the season. I got to ask you, how good does it feel to be at this position, and how long do you enjoy tonight's win before you look ahead to next week?
Tonight's definitely just going to be like the night to just be excited, go to Sonic with all of our friends. But tomorrow, you know, we're going to be 1-0. And then after that, you know, we got Bolivar. That's going to be a big game. And then after that, it's Hillcrest homecoming. You know, they're going to be pretty good. And then Lebanon, of course. Everybody wants to know about Lebanon. But if we play like we did tonight, I think we can get them.
I think you guys can get anybody in the state. That's tonight's Show Me Zero player of the game, senior Kyle Edson, over 140 yards, 3 touchdowns through the air, a 54-yard punt, and an interception to boot. Congratulations on a great game, man, and go get him next week.
Thank you.
All right, this reminder brought to you by MoDOT Show Me Zero. Remember, folks, put your phones down, slow down, buckle up, and drive sober. These simple steps save lives. This message made possible by Show Me Zero, brought to you by MoDOT. Now we take a commercial break and be right back with Mike back in the booth.
Hey everybody, Daryl Cunningham with Slumberland Furniture to the Lake. This week kicks off our big fall in-home sale where we have discounts for every room of the house. We're doing special financing up to 36 months, interest-free, and we deliver the entire lake area. Come see us, Slumberland Furniture, where we're bringing happy home.
You want him to do the sign-off on the field?
Camdenton with the Lakers impressively tonight over West Plains. Both teams coming in at 3-1. But the Lakers win 45-0. Never really challenged in this game as we're watching the highlights. I'll go ahead and give you a couple of scores from the area. We've got some good games going on. At the end of the third quarter, California leading Osage by a score of 17-14. Eldon's come all the way back in their game against Hallsville, and they're tied 36-36 at the end of the third quarter. Let's take a look at the stats now for West Plains. That second half moved by pretty quickly. Individual rushing totals, Jones 4 carries, -7 yards. Wilson, all early in the game, 7 carries, 35 yards. Kenslow, 1 for 0 net yards. Taylor, some late carries, 5 for 34. Norton, 2 for 14. And Miller, the quarterback, sacked on the last play of the game. 1 for -6. So 70 yards net rushing for West Plains on 20 attempts. They did have 1 fumble. The passing stats, 14 of 31 in the night. There was a pick as well. The catches went to Wilson, 2 for 18. Kenslow, 6 for 70. Houston, 3 for 17. And Stauffer, 3 for 14. So 109 through the air, 70 rushing, 179 total from scrimmage for the West Plains Scissors. They had 6 penalties for 35 yards, and they also had the 2 turnovers in the first half. For Camdenton, big numbers here. 6 for 43 rushing. Cade Durnan, 9 for 52, had a rushing touchdown as well. Ford, a big night, 10 for 90 rushing. Edson, 1 for 7. Butts had 2 for 7. And Mills had 1 for 6. 205 yards rushing on 29 attempts for Camdenton. No fumbles, no turnovers for the Lakers. Big time passing stats. Total 18 to 25. Actually, Durnan was 18 to 24. There was 1 pass attempt by his backup there in the late in the ball game. The Edson, huge night, as you heard just a moment ago. 5 catches, 3 touchdowns, 140 yards. 4 for 26 for Carson Durnan. Borbe, 2 for 5 in the game. Ford had 2 for 21. 44 on 4 for Shepard, and 1 for 12 for Bowen, who got a catch there in the second half as well. So 205 rushing, 258 through the air, 463 net from scrimmage for Camdenton. A lot of penalties, though, 9 for 77, but they did not turn the ball over. And I'll hold it here for just a second as I check another score quickly. And we have an 18-18 score for Versailles and Colcamp, and nobody has converted on a 2-point attempt tonight on either side. So we've got 18-18 Colcamp and Versailles. That's a big game for them, a district-type game for them. And the winner would have a shot at home field advantage in the postseason in Week 10. So some very close games, 36-36 Eldon and Hallsville, as Eldon has come way back in that game. And I can't find the other score. Here it is. It's 17-14 California over School of the Osage. And that's going to wrap things up for me. 45-0, our final score here on Lake TV.
Polylift Boat Lifts is proud to present live high school football exclusively on Lake TV. At Polylift Boat Lifts, we don't just build a boat lift, we build a polylift.
Welcome you back to the field here at Bob Shore Stadium. What an incredible night for the Camdenton Lakers. They're victorious 45-0 over the 3-2 West Plains Scissors. Domination in all 3 phases of tonight's game. For the Camdenton Lakers, they take that 4-1 record on the road to play the Liberators. The Bolivar Liberators, who were 3-1 coming into tonight's game. Not sure what they did, but they're always tough, so Camdenton has their work cut out for them. However, they send West Plains home with a 3-2 record after coming in thinking this was going to be a real thriller. Senior quarterback Cade Durnan, as you heard Mike allude to, a sensational night all over the place. Camdenton took care of business. As for us here on Lake TV, we'll be at Osage next week as the School of the Osage Indians play host to Hallsville for their annual homecoming game. We'll look forward to kicking off at 6:30 with our COMC pregame show with kickoff set for 7. Before we sign off from the field, big shout out to the Lake TV crew. Andrew Evans in the truck switching and putting the whole show together. Megan Albers on graphics. Sierra on graphics. Megan on instant replay. David Leatherberry, top angle camera operator. Of course, Sean Kober holding the field right here. Didn't even miss a week after that takeout last week. He was right back on it, providing those money shots all night. We sure appreciate that. And of course, the Hall of Famer Mike Bissell in the booth with me. Robbie Brewer on B-roll highlights, putting some social media stuff together. And our man Spencer Wall rocking it with the recap video. Of course, welcome on to Lake TV crew, our new intern, Maddie, who's a Camdenton senior. We look forward to bringing her on our team. And we thank every one of you guys for tuning in and watching tonight's Game of the Week on Lake TV, presented by Polylift Boat Lifts. For the entire Lake TV crew from Bob Shore Stadium, until next Friday, good night and God bless, and big congratulations to Par Pitts on win number 100.
Live high school football on Lake TV is presented by Polylift Boat Lifts and brought to you by Central Ozarks Medical Center, Millard Family Chapels, Slumberland at the Lake, Crown Power and Equipment, Show Me Zero from MoDOT, Sir Dyke Yamaha, Cool Breeze Marine, our Veterinary, Lake Ozark Real Estate, Jonathan Hartenstein, Owner-Associate, Ozark Homes, Beck Wellness Center, and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.